Stephanie Allen say you owe us no explanation. Hey chef, praying out negativity away from you, tell your friends. Cynthia Harden, Tara Ambrister, hey chef and everyone. Let's get it. Let's go. Um, as everybody come on, definitely share this live. Because this is something that I have to do for me. And that's gonna um help me out in the long run. And just to offer some clarification on some stuff, because to stand in my shoes and be who I am, um, I'm here whiskey in hand. Frankie Carlson, pour me a whiskey. Beverly Wiggins, good morning. Destined for great. Um, Nuetta Hughes, Tay, Miss Oh So Pretty, Frankie Carrollton, whatever it gives, give it to God and he'll be able to turn it around. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna tell my story better than me. So as you come on, I want y'all to share the video and I'm gonna offer some transparency on what I'm going through, um what I want for me and what's a little bit more what's going on in my life. I got on a lot early and I forgot my whole thought. Y'all definitely like and share the live. Like and share the live. I gotta check because when I be putting my shirt on, I put it on. Sometimes I walk around with my shirt on backwards all day. I don't want it to be a backwards day. Dorothy Thomas, Crown Empress, Stephanie Allen. Ooh, those Bible verses are everything. And peace, peace be with me. He be spending some game. Hey, Crown Empress, what's up, Cornelius Durham? All right, as we come on, guys, ain't nobody gonna tell my story better than me. And at the end of the day, I'm grown, and it's not illegal to go to a casino, right? I mean, anybody that's grown, you 21, and you have ID, and you ain't been kicked out or you ain't been banned, um, then you can go to casinos. So I've I guess I so my first casino experience was on a ship. I was on a cruise, and I must have been like maybe like 48. I want to say um 46, 48. I didn't even know what a casino was, to be totally honest. 46, 48. My first casino experience. I was on a cruise, and somebody said go play roulette, and no. Somebody said go to the casino. So I went to the casino and then I started playing 21. And I hit. I mean, I hit for probably like first time I ever playing casino, I hit for probably like 8 grand, something like that. And then I was doing so good at blackjack. One of the dealers said, you should go play roulette. You lucky. Um, so I started playing roulette. I ain't really like blackjack because the money go too quick on there. So um it went from there to just enjoying casino trips on the weekend. And I'm actually a high roller, what they consider in the casinos a high roller, and I get party on pretty much everything in the casino. From um if there's no rooms for anybody, whether they like a 7 star with Caesar, that's top tier. 7 star, then it's diamond, then it's the gold card, and as they go down. So um I blame them No, it's nobody's fault. You can't blame nobody that I like to go to the casino, that I like to gamble. You can't blame nobody but me. So I'm gonna tell my story. But these grown haters, I want to thank y'all um for making me and giving me the courage to share this with you guys. For running y'all mouth all the time. So it's good because the time that people put in casinos is unbelievable. That time that you could go to the casino on like Thursday, and you could be up in the casino all the way to like Monday with no sleep. That's when you a real high roller and you gamble a lot. And I would spend a lot. You're not alone. Yeah, I know I'm not alone, and that's why I want to share my story because there's so many people that follow me, and I see a lot of my fans. Um, there is nothing wrong with gambling. No, it's not anything wrong with gambling if you can control your gambling. Now, you going to the casino, you dropping 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000. Um, that's uncontrolled gambling. If you going to the casino pretty much every day, every other day, um, if you spending a whole weekend with no sleep in a casino, then you out of control. So um I let some things trigger me this week. First, I felt like pins and needles was sticking in my skin after I heard this thing about the lies that these haters told about Trayvon Martin today. Um Tina Slater lost 15,000 in 6 minutes. And you ain't lying. But after what they did Trayvon Martin today, the Mike Brown incident, and I pray that Trayvon Martin and Mike Brown rest in peace. And I definitely keep both of their families in my prayers. I never said anything disrespectful about either one of those young men. Oh, I don't gamble online, but I couldn't even I gamble when I'm bored. Okay. Um anyway, the Mike Brown situation, the post, the lies that they told Miss Brown, um, to me, that hit me harder than what's going on with me and Rico. That actually um triggered something deep inside of me. And I couldn't shake it. I couldn't shake it. And when I get like that, when I get anxious, when I get where my anxiety is really high, I like to go play some ultimate Texas Hold'em or go shoot some dice. I like to go to the casino. And it's not illegal to do. Do I want to go to the casino anymore? Because I think I spent too much time and too many years in the casino. And it's time for that to stop. I have so much. I have so much on my mind. I have so much on my plate. Um, and people want to say karma this, karma that. No, these are mean, evil, lying people. And like I say, y'all ain't make me. Y'all ain't gonna break me. I'm gonna break myself. I'm unstoppable. I've been blessed. I've been so blessed. I've been truly blessed just to be who I am, just to be able to touch so many lives, just to be able to make a difference in this cold world that we all live in. Y'all haters, y'all, every time y'all take a shot, y'all make me stronger. And the truest thing, one of the truest things, Chef, first time I met you was in a casino in New Orleans doing the Essence Festival. You got to be able to set goals on what you're going to use and be strong and shut it down when you spend it. Yeah, all this bullying is getting out of hand. Yeah, all this bullying is getting out of hand. And today I get something where they done reached out to Trayvon Martin's mother. So you guys, if y'all see posts on Trayvon Martin's mother page or Mike Brown's, could y'all definitely ask um Miss Brown and Miss Martin to reach out to me, or definitely say Chef Carmen would never do anything like that. Did you speak with Chef Carmen? These people are making up lies, and they continually make up lies. Um, so the bullying, the stalking, the disrespect, um, what I've been through the last 2 years of my life, I wouldn't wish on nobody, because you got to be strong to stand in it. You got to be strong to stand in. You have to have on the armor of God every day that you wake up, and you got to wear that same armor to bed every night when you go to sleep. Because these people, they don't sleep. They relentless. They don't stop. They don't stop. Yeah, it's stalking, harassment, and bullying. It is. Um, let's see. Out of all the bad, I, wait a minute. Out of all the bad, some good going to come out of this. Yeah, out of all the bad, something good have to come out of this. So, I mean, like I could say, they can't keep my name out their mouth. They can't stop. They are so hateful, mean, and evil and vindictive. They're on a mission. They're on a mission to seek and destroy me, little me. Why y'all want to seek and destroy little me? But to get back on this thing about gambling, um, I get stressed out. I feel like I don't have nowhere to turn. I can go play some Ultimate Texas Hold'em, or I can go shoot dice. That's a great stress reliever for me. And we all have things that we do. We all have vices. Some people smoke. I don't. People say that I drink too much. I'm an alcoholic. I never get drunk. Every now and then I get a little tipsy. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. Well, I can't say I don't drink. I don't get drunk, like sloppy drunk, because I definitely gonna pour a red cup. So what I meant is I'm not an alcoholic. I don't do no drugs. Um, every blue moon, recreationally, my ass a tongue twister. You know, I may eat a gummy, something like that, or I don't really like smoking weed because I don't like smoke. But it's all according to what I'm doing, where I'm at. Um, you know, I think we all have our vices. I get stressed and I shop. You have to stop letting people stress you out. You're a grown woman. It's okay to get out and enjoy it. Yeah, it's not that they stress me out. It's the lies. No, okay. And people always come on saying you got to stop letting people stress you out. But do y'all really see what these people are doing and how what they're doing can have a direct effect on me in my life? I come on here, I smile, I laugh at them every blue moon or something. I get smart, and I want to leave all that alone. I want to let them just say and do what they want, but I want to even stop calling their name. Defamation of character. They have defamed my name. They have dragged me through the mud, and they mad. They mad because I'm still standing. They mad because they don't see any sign of weakness. Well, she's still going. Well, how's she still doing this? Or how she's doing she? Because I keep telling y'all, y'all ain't make me. Y'all ain't gonna never break me. I won't stop. The lie that y'all just told to Trayvon Martin's family today made me stronger. The lie that y'all told the Mike Brown family last week made me stronger. This stuff that I'm going through with my good friend, my brother, Rico, made me stronger. And I wish him nothing but the best. Um, it's jabs, it's digs, it's stabs every day, every single day. And they act like I'm just supposed to stand up and take it and not say nothing. They getting attitudes. They started all this stuff 2 years ago, and now they're victims. You know, I did this to them. I did that to them. I don't even care about them. I don't even know them. Yes, 88, 89, me and my friend would go. Once I bought my first home, I let it go. It was fun. It gave me something to do. You got to do the steps. I see you're trying. Yeah, this is step one. This is step one. And had to talk with my good friend Darnell. And that boy, he was way beyond his years. And he said, Chef, you're gonna keep going through things until you learn your lesson, until you get what God is trying to show you what you don't need to be doing. Roberta Burkhardt, their goal is to break you. That's why day by day, the lies get more and more unbelievable. Stand up and read their asses. And Rico gonna keep on blessing you right in front of all your enemies. Nobody deserves this. Yeah, they're not the thing is they're not gonna stop. And like I say, what they done this week only made me stronger. Call out supporters, let's pray and work in faith. But that we must have Chef reaching out to whomever it may. It is we all. These comments are going so fast, but I got somebody that want to come on. And Mr. Peace gave you the answer. Nobody but God. Yeah, I believe nobody but God, but also I got to stand in things that I don't like about me. Um, and I want to leave a legacy. I want to leave something for my granddaughter. And you keep doing the same old things, you're gonna keep getting the same results. Shell Carmen, I started watching you. I love the way you cook and show, have fun, keep the laughter, travel, all that. Please keep doing what you're doing in the beginning. Yeah, we definitely gonna get back to the good old times and the good old days. Um, Holding myself accountable for what's going on in my life, holding myself accountable for the things that I have done um, to um, make me even question who I am and why am I doing certain things? Why do I react to certain things in certain ways? How do I handle all this hate? Man, you will wake up in the morning and be so overwhelmed, waking up in the morning when you finally fall asleep at night and wake up the next day and you're still drained. You wake up tired. You wake up restless. You waking up thinking, I can't take no more. Um, and yet when my feet hit the floor, I know there's a God, and I know that I can do this, and I know I don't have a choice, and I will do this. So if anybody's struggling with anything, drugs, alcohol, any kind of addiction, um, gotta pray about it. You gotta stay prayed up. So to all the people that think that my life is that important for you to go report that Chef was at a casino. Thank you. Thank you. Because Chef need to stay out of all casinos because I love casinos. I mean, you get there with your friends, you meet the nicest people in casinos. And, I hang out in casinos with millionaires. I mean, with people that's got sick money. I mean, some of my friends in casinos sitting around paying $25,000, $25,000 um blackjack hands, 25,000 cashing in, bringing 600,000 to the casino to gamble. Why? Because when you're gambling at that level, you don't even care. You don't even care about winning. It's all about the relationships, the friendships. It's all about the game. It's all about the game. And if I was to be totally honest, if I was to tell y'all the most that I ever lost in the casino, the most money I ever lost in the casino, crazy. Thought the years y'all have all done it. Tip of that, you said and done. They have too. Some need to be bigger press offline and reach. Yeah, D Spencer, and I definitely handled that wrong. When I went over to the other person that was on live talking about me at the festival, and I said, "What's up?" and I'm smiling. I was really trying to be grown, cause if she would have said, "Hey," or "What's up," my next question was, "Can we talk?" But she started lying, just straight out lying. So that's where that went. Yeah, the wicked would not prosper. Aunt Debbie, we so proud of you, Chef. And I guess we put the. I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chef. Stop watching and listening to the BS. Stop this type. I can stop all day. I can stop listening because I don't care. What I'm telling you, I don't care. You cannot care about something, and something can still affect you in a way um that you never thought it would. You know?
Chef, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So listen, I want to say I'm so proud of you for this moment because something that we all may have talked about or known, um, what was going on and know some things behind the scenes. You're now telling the world, and as we talked about, I'm sure you're inspiring people, telling them. I'm sure we talked about this. I told you about that lady. I don't even want to mention her name. It was a content creator. She's a big content creator. She has she talks about her gambling and things that she has done and all of those things as far as the gambling is concerned. So listen, I'm just so very proud of you for saying this openly. Listen, some people will try to use things against us. Like I was fully transparent that hey, I've been celibate. It's been 3 years now, and how I came to this and what happened. Your ex business partner tried to use that as a joke or to condemn me for it, and there's so many other people as well. I've been transparent about a lot of things, so you will help someone with this conversation. At the same time, I hope this holds you more accountable for you going there and you'll think about it. Listen, the world is watching now. You don't told the world now. Told the world now. So hopefully this just opens up so many more avenues for you to get better. And as I struggle with things, listen, sometimes it's not an instant cold turkey. Everybody can't do that. Sometimes it's all of these stages of things. And this is a stage that you're having right now. It's a very important stage for you to have this conversation openly. And as someone, yes, it was Cynthia. And as someone listens to you, you can help somebody can come on board with you to try to get with you in uh your willingness to want to say, I'm looking to change, I want to change, I'm trying to change. You've made strides to change, and you're going to continue to do better at it. I believe that for myself. So take all of this in mind every step. And yes, we all have vices, we all have things we want to do, we all have stress relievers, we all have all of these things, but sometimes those things can be in detriment to who we are in ourselves. You're strong enough to admit it. A lot of people don't come on and admit things. They don't admit it. They talk about you, they talk about me, they talk about whoever, but all the meantime and behind times they lying to everybody and lying to themselves about everything because they're not upfront and honest and open. So huge step. I commend you for it. And I'm looking forward to even I'm looking for you getting better with this subject as this live has taken place, as you decided this is what you want to do. Um, I am. You will never know, whoever that was, Tina. You'll never know because you'll never be able to comment again. So, looking forward to more productive results as you have come on and shared this with the people, and I'm proud of you. So, just wanted to say that. And Tay is here, Lena's here. I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay.
Tay!
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Y'all know I'd be yelling and screaming.
Yeah, but it's funny how they think they can run and tell that a grown person is in the casino with their own money.
Oh, and,
Um,
and real quick, just in case, I just wanted to show, just really quick, just in case somebody wasn't aware of this conversation, I'll just bring up a quick little screenshot, and that'll be it for that. I think I removed the name and all of that stuff. So this is the post. Carmen putting, you've been spotted at Harris Casino. You're worse than a wannabe dope boy stealing, trying to flip your coins to come up. Don't you know you will never win playing dirty? Receipts are coming, sweetheart. Now, mind you, this is from people who will never reach the toes of Carmen and where she has reached in her life. Even in the points that they consider her lowest, they haven't even reached there yet. I'm just here to tell you. Okay. So Carmen, again, I'm proud of you for coming to tell your story, because as the people try to tell the story for you, you can tell your own shit. Okay, I'm muting again. Tay.
Um, so I was looking at one of the comments and somebody wanted to know what is the problem with the casino. Carmen, did you discuss that?
I mean, I touched on it a little bit. What is the problem? The problem with the casino is when you enjoy it too much. When you losing thousands of dollars. Like I've actually been in the casino and lost 20, 30, $40,000. I've also been in the casino where I had over $300,000 on the rail in front of me. But in the end, it doesn't matter if you go to the casino or either with me. It doesn't matter if I go to the casino and hit for 30, 40,000. It's still not enough. So it gets to the point to where it's not even about winning. I don't know what it's about at a certain point. Um, but I know I wasted a lot of time, a lot of years, um, doing it, and it's selfish of
Hmm.
me to put the kind of time that I put in the casino and take it away from other things that I really need to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Lena.
I don't even. It's a rush. It's a thrill. It's her business. It's a addiction. It's all those things.
Yeah, it definitely can be. And again, as we were discussing, everybody has their vice or whatever. And here's the thing. Um, whatever monetary amount you want to put, because Carmen can share her story in the bits and pieces that she want to share it. Whatever monetary amount. I know one time I can share my a story, just one now. I went to the casino in Vegas and I spent $1,000. And for me, that was crazy. When I say it was crazy, it
Wait,
was it was crazy as hell. I said, I baby, never again, never in 1,000 years, 100,000 years, ever again. $1,000 because I was just like, okay, well maybe Vegas, I can come and do a 1, 2, 3. Baby, they did a 4, 5, 6 on me. Okay. And so, whatever it is, the fact of the matter is that money could have been allocated to something else. It could have been used for something else. There's better things to do with it. And as that amount grows, you have to realize some things. So I'll just say that for me and my story. And, so it you have to realize when and a lot of things you have to be careful with, because some people say, oh, I can just do it there. Maybe some people can just go do a $5, $10, $20, but you got to be careful with that too, because you might not even can't afford that. The $50 or them $100 or that $200 that you spending, you might need to think about that too, because you might can't afford that.
Jay the kid said I lost $200 and I was mad.
Mad as hell. I'm talking about big man. I was mad about that $1,000. Okay, Lena's here.
Hey, everybody. So I don't want to say too much right off the rip because I know Carmen hasn't even began to touch on this, and I'm not sure. I know this is a very touchy and very sensitive and very private and very embarrassing situation. It's not embarrassing anymore because you come out. So I don't know if you're I don't know how much of it you want to share. I don't and I don't know if I think I maybe could ask you some questions, but I know that we had this conversation when I first started coaching with you, and we had this whole conversation. And the one thing that I said was, I said, Carmen, in order to move forward and get better and for things to start falling in line and to lose the shame and to, is to just give your story. I always tell people the most important thing that you can give a person is your story, because your story is personal and it's one of many struggles, and it helps people. And not only does it help people, it will help you and free you, because if that's the worst, if that's the most embarrassing thing, if that's the most private thing, that's hard, because a lot of us, well, all of us have something in us that one thing that we wouldn't tell a ghost, like no one, like wish, like we're like, even though people know, we're not going to tell them that thing that no one on earth knows. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to that particular thing, that's the story that's going to free you. So we had this conversation, and I'm so happy right now that you even decided to even say anything, because this was, this conversation was needed for you to go forward. Now, in the beginning, you was healing your own, or your emotional and all that other thing, all those other things. But I think this is so important. And so I didn't know how. So before I give anything, I didn't know how far you were going to go. If you needed some guidance and some questions just to get, because it's a lot of pieces, and you may not want to share it all in once. You know what I'm saying? But I guess I can ask one question for you to see how far you want to go with this is, what has gambling cost you? You don't have to answer that. That's just a general question because it helps get it out. I know for me, and just before you answer that, we all struggle with something like Darnell said. I struggled with an eating disorder, bulimia, for over 25 years. And then it went into binge eating disorder, and it was terrible. You know what I'm saying? And it was shameful. It was very shameful, and it's a hard story for me to share. And it took me that whole 30 years to share it. And so we all have things that we struggle with. And so I'm sure most people here have something that they are struggling with or that they have struggled with that was so embarrassing. So because I know the burden of this, um, what is
Yeah,
it called?
they in the casino taking pictures of your favorite chef and what I'm doing. But at the end of the day, I'm grown and I'm actually glad that they did that because they pushed me to talk about it, and I'm gonna talk about it a lot. And I'm gonna reach people that are going through stuff. I'm not gonna share all my story today. I'm gonna, you know, say a little bit, and I'm going to take all necessary steps because y'all know me. I'm turned up. I'm turned up online. So I'm turned up in casinos all around the country. So when you have high roller status, when you have that gold card and you walk into Caesar's Palace and there's 200 people in line and you walk to the front, or you getting limos picking you up from the airport and dropping you off, and you staying in suites, and you know they giving you money. They giving you thousands of dollars to come to their casino and gamble. Then you definitely gambling on a whole different level.
I'm going to talk about that for a quick second. Um, that lineup, what you just said, that's the reverse psychology almost for an adult in that situation. Let me roll out the red carpet for you. Let me treat you so very special. Let me, if nobody else was treating you this way, or if this is a part of it, I don't know if this is a part of it, but what you just said, spoke to me. So let me do all of this for you. Let me send you a car. Let me put you up in the hotel for
No,
free.
and then also,
Let me
Darnell,
give you the food and the buffets and all of this
oh, you
stuff.
get all that.
Let
They
me do
have
all
full
of this stuff
flights.
for you. And
You get
all of
free
that is
flights too.
also to seek free flights. It's to sink you in and grip you in and to trick you to continue to spend your money and lose it at a casino. Okay, go ahead, Carl. No, you. Oh, well,
Yeah, I want to piggyback off that too. Hey, everybody. Hey,
What's
Chef
up, Lakeisha?
Darnell,
What
Tay,
up?
Lena.
Keisha.
What up,
Well,
Team Chef and
baby,
Tay?
what's up, baby? This is the subject for me because you hear me. I'm gonna tell you, boy. When I did that pandemic, one year I had made over 275,000. I
Wait a
had
minute.
like a hundred.
Hold
I
on.
had
Hold the hell
180,000 just in my savings alone.
on.
You know,
Hell no.
man, I was tearing them casinos up. I was flying in every off day. They still, I get free rooms from MGMM,
Keisha!
Caesars, Rio, everywhere. I get all these dogs.
I don't know. She must can't hear me. I don't know what's the deal. Lakeisha, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I
I
want
thought you
you to
was just laughing though.
no hell no, I won't laugh. I want you to stop and go back bike. Cause everybody like to call you names. And everybody like to say this and that. And that's why I keep telling you some of these people ain't even reach our toenails. So hold on, go back. Cause you was going too fast. As my great late aunt said you was taking me too fast.
What did Lakeisha say
I was
though?
Now
I
look,
was fasting, huh? I was fasting.
I was,
But yeah, I was saying,
you said you
I know I know exactly where you're coming from. I've told you one of these years on the pandemic because I started when it first started. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always had Tay back when they was talking about she was a gold digger. Because baby, y'all don't know the half, girl. This
you
girl was
said
still
you
working. I had done stopped for a year. I hadn't even worked for a year and was still paying my bills.
you can't listen, can't hear.
You
Lakeisha,
can't.
you said
Yeah,
you made how much?
I made over 275,000 in one year.
Almost $300,000 worth.
That's just one year, and I had over the highest I had in my savings was like 180,000, and that's just in my savings.
what were you playing, Lakeisha?
I was going to the Caesar Palace. I was gambling. I was MGM every
Slots?
birthday.
Slots?
Slots. I love them. And then see, I had this mind. A little bit of money ain't mean nothing to me. If I won $500 playing $2, I'm thinking I done lost 3,000 because I could have been playing 10,000. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even appreciate no $500,000 win. I needed the big money. And I got so wrapped up in it. They still sending me offers where I can go take free room. Matter of fact, when I went to your wedding, I went and cashed in on one of them 3-room offers with a $500 plate credit and free food and all that. You know what I'm saying? With dining credit and all that. And they still sending them to me. But I spent good money like gambling. It's like, and I'm still dealing with it. I'm not as bad. Now I'm just doing a little small time on the phone, but I don't pick up them offers on what Caesar Palace them sending me no more because I already know what it means. I already know what it means because I know how I love to gamble. And baby, I will sit up in them. I said I went on my birthday night one night and won so much money and lost it all before I even made it to the room. Lost it all before I made it to the room because I was having too much fun. And it was just, I know that, but it is a serious thing. It's something like people don't take it as serious as drugs. But baby, when I tell you what I have you wrapped in, I mean, I had some homegirls, they loved it too. And baby, we'll accumulate losing about $50,000 all together when we leave. We'll be on our way to that mud, laughing and playing, be on the way back the whole trip quiet. I don't even want to talk to you, God damn it. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely a serious thing. You got to take that gambling thing is serious.
Well, the thing is like, I don't gamble nothing like I used to. I mean, but like maybe 2 or 3 years before I met Tay, I was down in Biloxi. Me and some friends were down in Biloxi, and we had met these high rollers. And we was at the where what's the name? The Harris down there, and boy, the table got hot. Table got hot. I think max bet that you can bet on a number was like, I think it was $5,000 a number. So what's 5 times 12? 60? 60,000. So I'm running 60,000 strong across the whole line. And, a couple of people like, just take that off. Just take it down. I mean, this one lady started rolling. She must have rolled for over an hour. And I'm just sitting up there and I'm just going crazy, man. I'm throwing out, because if you put a $5,000 bet on a 12 or a 2 and it hit, it's a 1 roll bet. But if it hit, that's $150,000. I messed around and hit by 3 12s, and it wasn't even about the money that was in front of me. It's like, I don't know if it's an adrenaline rush. That's what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
It's so I've been in the casino and had $500,000 on the rail. I've been in the casino where I've lost $50,000, at one time. So, and when you continually go and go, you meet, when I tell you, you meet the most amazing, friendliest people in casinos. And at a certain point, I had to start letting some of my friends fall off because they constantly calling. They constantly coming by, hey, I'm gonna swing by and get you. Let's go. So cutting ties. And then when you cut ties with people who go a lot, then you got to cut ties yourself. You got to cut ties with yourself in the casino. So that's why I want to thank people for taking pictures, because you ain't going to tell my story better than me. I could tell y'all some casino stories. I could tell you tricks. And best believe, when I'm sitting up there with a quarter mil on the rail, the host going crazy. The casino host can't even go home. I got you a suite. You can stay all week. You can stay a couple, because they trying to get their money back at a certain point.
Oh, they'll start rooting for you. They'll start rooting for you.
Yeah, they trying to get theirs back.
But the highest I think I did, I got on the blackjack table one night and I crushed everybody, and I went to playing $1,500 a blackjack hand.
Yeah.
And I was winning all night. I'm talking about, baby, them $1,500 was looking good until it didn't. Until it was taking it as fast as it could. Baby, I was sitting there, I think I probably had about $20,000. It was my birthday night, and I sat up to 7 o'clock that morning until they got every doggone dime of it back. I think I woke up and missed a $500 chip in my purse. But baby, I let them get it all back. It was never worth it. Jeez. But that adrenaline rush, it was so fun. And everybody was crowded around me rooting for me. It was I felt like I was in the Super Bowl.
Darnell.
Talented people. This has turned into Confession of a Gambler. Rose talented people, and I'm going to say this in the nicest way that I have within my left toe and right toe, and then to come up to my left nipple and my right nipple. This is Carmen telling her story. Now Lakeisha has told her story. There's many more people. See, what's the problem is that the whole world is so desensitized to something. Like we already said, if you don't have this story, you got another story. If you ain't gambling, you're drinking. If you ain't drinking, you're smoking. If you ain't smoking, you're talking bad to your kids, talking to them like they're a low down, dirty, filthy animal. If you ain't doing that, you messing with that married man. If you ain't doing that, you're fornicating. You're doing something. So what this has turned into is Carmen being bold and strong enough to tell her story. What this has turned into is hopefully somebody with a listening ear will hear this and identify and try to correct themselves. What this has turned into is something positive, but yet you're here, and your friends are here. We know they're here. And you know, it's a never ending thing with you kind of people. Because y'all don't, everything is wrong from Carmen. See, this is why I can't get with you. Everything is wrong. Nothing is right. So the fact that this may help somebody, this may prevent somebody from losing their house, this may stop something from happening for somebody else. You can't see none of that, huh? Now that's about the best I can do with you for right now. I'm gonna let you go, but you
Right, because at least we will say we're not ashamed to speak on our faults. We ain't sitting up here looking at somebody else's faults. We talking about ours, and you got a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
So can I just say that I'm reading the comments, and this is really touching home for so many people, and people really want to hear Carmen's story. They want to also hear from Tay. But before that, Darnell, you did better than me. I lost 500 at Atlantic City, and that just tore my life apart.
I lost it.
And I wasn't even broke then, but that tore my life apart. And when we went to Vegas or to her wedding, Lonnie and I, because we don't do those machines, we waited to the last day. I said, here, you get $30, I get $30. We got $30 worth of nickels, and we played the nickel machine all the way until it was time to get to the airport, because we was not going to gamble more than $60 that night. And that was just for fun. But anyway, people really want to hear Chef's story. And there's a woman here. Her name
There are
is
people going through this. They may be silent. They may not have said anything. And if they ain't going through it, maybe their spouse is going through it or a family member. And yes, that $1,000, you know, sometimes you can have a lesson in your life and it'll be the end of that lesson.
Hey, can somebody highlight Susie Q? Because she's very delusional.
Susie Q.
Well,
Susie Q. Somebody read that.
Carmen, you throw rocks, and I don't know why Carmen likes these type of comments, but here we go. Carmen, you throw rocks and hide your hands, hun. You started this convo with they. Bad thing is that panel, your friends all condone it, so you can get continued support from social media. Hold on, before you, Susie Q. First of all, you don't know shit about me. That's the first thing. The second thing, I don't condone the damn thing. I done had a lot of conversations with Carmen about gambling. The third thing I have to say is, you get your ass on this here internet and come on the internet speaking, just say anything. Just say anything. You don't know
about shit that you don't know nothing about.
That you don't know nothing about. You don't know the conversations I've had with Carmen. You don't know conversations Lena has had with Carmen. You don't know conversations Tay has had with Carmen about this. Don't support a damn thing. You know what? I want to support you. You know what? I'm gonna keep it real cute. But we are on YouTube. I do support you and these nuts. That's what I do support. I support that. That's the only thing I support.
That
right
left
now.
nut.
Susie Q and the left and the right nut. I don't know if you want to toggle between the two. You know, just one like.
And she knows she don't want me to get on her, baby. I'm trying to hold it down.
That's what I support now. Go, come. Which one said Susie Q?
Marla Peeler says this topic tonight is certainly for me. Gambling addiction is in the same category as alcohol and drugs. Your story is certainly a help for we thank you. So a lot of people just want to hear, they want to hear Carmen.
Somebody-
They want, I guess, more of your story, and then Tay, they're asking for Tay and just all of that stuff.
I had to go ahead on ban and delete Susie Q.
Oh, Carmen. Now, baby, if Carmen did it, baby, you know it's so sick because I didn't even know she knew how to
I had
do it.
I had to go and get her out of there. She gonna have to create a new page to come over here.
Let me tell you, wait, I gotta help. Carmen done banned and deleted you from StreamYard, girl. You know
That's
it's
her
dangerous.
first time.
Darnell,
You know it's dangerous.
Darnell, I taught her how to do that last
You
week.
told her how to do it. Girl, you know
She was
it's
like,
dangerous.
"How do I do it?"
Girl, let me just tell you right here, right now. Carmen done banned and deleted you from StreamYard. Girl,
I done banned her.
You know you was dangerous. Girl, you the
Donna
first
Curry say the
one.
house will always win. I mean, it's the thing is like I'm very, very extremely lucky, like when I go to the casino. So it
Well,
really,
you
at the
have
end of the
been.
day, it don't matter how much you win. In the end, you're gonna lose. I don't care.
Absolutely.
You can walk out with 50,000.
I'll say this because one of my moments at the casino, this lady liked me so much. It was a nice white lady. She liked me so much. She was like, "Oh my God, your speaking voice. You should be on the radio." She was all into it. And I was playing poker against the lady. I love me some poker now, but like I said, $1,000 wore me out. And so I had won. I don't can remember. It was $800 or $900 in this casino in Mississippi. And the lady, she was so like, she said, "Oh my God, are you doing any radio?" Like we were just having all of this conversation while I was winning. This lady said to me, she said, "Baby, I hate to tell you, but now it's going to be the time for me to take your money." She said this. She told me this out of her mouth. She told me, the switch flip, whatever they was gonna do, it was time for the do. And she told me, she said, "Now you can sit down, you can keep on sitting down here, but I'm gonna tell you now, this is the time for me to take your money." So I heard her, but I might have played 2 or 3 more games. By that third game, I got my ass up. I promise you that.
But the piggyback off you, Darnell. One thing about it. I think what I was going to say was Chef. You was right about. That's what I meant. When you was right about when you leave, you might have won about $20,000, whatever you want. But guess what? You ain't did nothing but got a portion of your money back from what you did
You
before.
ain't even got a fraction of it back. Because
And
one
then
thing
guess
about
what it
me,
do to your mind? It make you think you could do it again. And all
yeah,
you do is fall down the same rabbit hole. That's
because
all you do.
the same thing is like pretty much when I go to the casino, I win every time, and I end up like I'll win. I'll go in and I'll go up, and then I may go up $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. Then I'll lose all that back, and then I may go pull $10,000, $20,000 out of my account. So you dig in a deep hole, and you be tired, you be in there, you be exhausted, and you done drop 20, and you trying to get that 20 back. So you chasing that 20 that you lost 20, 30 more. And finally you just too tired and wore out. You go home, and then you got to deal with what you've done.
And as Lena said, I'm highlighting some comments. Kathy Miller says, "I lost my whole paycheck. A lot."
Man, the paycheck ain't nothing. You sit down there with people who really gamble, they gambling a lot of money, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6,000 a hand, throwing dice like money falling from the sky.
Wait the hell a minute. I don't listen. I don't know. Zigzag Salon says Ray J. White Princess won $3 million in the poker championship. So listen, that happens. That happens. But here it is. If you continue and you keep if you make it a habit, they'll get all that $3 million back plus another.
I'm pretty sure she won $3 million. She done lost more than $3 million over the years. She on that level of gambling. She done lost millions. Probably.
You right, Chef. Ray J said himself. She almost put them in the po house with this gambling stuff.
Wait.
Yeah.
Ray J said it himself.
$3 million wasn't even a drop in the bucket.
So Lakeisha, so you're saying, so she has pretty much. I mean, I don't know if you would
She
call it gambler's
won,
addiction.
but Ray J, before she won, because he tried to move her, they were staying in Vegas and she went to getting involved, trying to distract her mind from him getting involved with this gambling. But they were losing so much, he tried to get her away from Vegas and move to Miami. But the Hard Rock there. You know what I'm saying? So he went to Miami, but he said himself that she almost took them down. And him and Trick Daddy had a conversation. They was having that on Love and Hip Hop, and he said that him and Joy went through that too. She gambled like over $1 million of their money. But baby, best believe she lost a lot of their money before she won that tournament.
And
This is
she's
why I
still in the
love
hole.
me.
You still
I
in,
love.
if you won 3 million, you probably in the hole about 100.
This is why I love me some Lakeisha and Vera, baby. When I tell you they got a whole information center in their head. Thank you, Lakeisha, for that context for Ray J's. I don't know her name, Princess. Thank you for that context for that.
Somebody said when the Motor City Casino opened up several years ago, there was a guy who blew his brains out on the floor, losing everything, and that's why they don't have windows in a lot of casinos on these high floors. Because man, people be losing hundreds of thousands of dollars a day. They just go jump.
And
Man, I
you
was
know
so
what?
sick about my money that night shift. Everybody was calling me, telling me, well, nobody wasn't calling me. Maybe I wasn't calling them. You ain't tell me happy birthday, man. Fuck you. I was mad at the world. I was like, man, fuck everybody.
But I was gonna say those casinos, like she had one, all that million or however much she won. Those casinos, they don't let you win that much without them getting some of that back. You can't just walk in a casino, and I don't care how lucky you are, you're not walking out of there with $1
Well,
million.
the house always have an edge, always.
They always get something back from you, and they're gonna make sure that they get that money back.
I think sometimes with the what is it called? Which I never play. I don't play slots.
I can't play slots either. I don't even know how to play a slot.
I just can't. But I think sometimes maybe every now and then somebody can get lucky on the slot. It's really not like see, the slots are not really like as personal, right? It's like everybody come to the slot and somebody may win a slot here or there. Whoever that lucky person is on that slot. But when you come to the card games and all of this stuff, it's very personal.
I hit on the slot.
Who said that? Miss Jeannie?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I can't hear you.
Tell us your story. We can barely hear you, but go ahead. We can hear you.
I said, yes, I did. I hit on the slot in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
I think I played $25. On that 25, I won 25K.
Okay.
That was on the slot. And then 30 minutes later, I did 75 and I won 60K. Went back to
Is this the same machine or different machine or what?
Same machine. Then 2 weeks later, I went back. I think I played something like a money bags. That was at the MGM. And I played $100 and I won $100,000 and I quit. And I have not been back since. I said, oh, this is it. I can't do it.
Oh, so that was supposed to have been it for you, baby. Now,
No power to you, baby. I'm happy to hear that.
I'm trying to figure out all this money. Is Miss Gina a member of the channel? But anyway, no, so that's what I said with the slots. You will have like those lucky people who win the slots because it's not as personal as the cards and all of those things. Because when you play poker or all of that stuff, it really is you against the house. With the cassette, with the what is it? The machine, what is it? The
Which one?
The thing you won on the slots.
Oh,
with the slots, it's just random people. Everybody get up and they change to go to another machine. They get tired of that machine, and eventually somebody might hit a machine. And so it's a little bit different, although you can still lose a lot of money on those too. But you might be lucky enough to win on those things. I don't play those. Well, first of all, I don't go to casino at all really now. But when I didn't play those because it just wasn't given for me. So Miss Jeannie's situation is not going to be nowhere near everybody's situation. That was
And
just
the
lucky
first
the
of the
time that she
year,
did it.
I think it was the first of 2023, which was last year. I went on New Year's Day,
Mm-hmm.
won 150K on the slot.
So
Yeah,
you
people doing it. But see, it's a lot of things. It's like it's a lot of gaming casinos, and they call I don't know what they call these people, but
Mm,
it's people that lurk around casinos all day, and
yeah.
they
And they
watch you
sleeping
get
for
up from a
pieces.
machine and they do something to that machine. And these people they get kicked out of casinos, but it'd be a lot of those shady characters in there. And you can tell when they come up to you, you know. And it's a lot of things in casinos that you have to watch out for. And people, there's certain people that they get up every morning, they go to the casinos and they know how to rig these machines, or you may get off a machine and not realizing you done won $6,000-7,000, and they go put one coin in there or one whatever, and ching ching ching. But it's a lot of game going on in casinos also.
Hey
mm-hmm.
Chef, you ain't never lied. I got scammed at the Caesar's Palace. A lady sat up there and befriended me. I don't like people talking to me when I'm gambling. I get real irritated. You know what I'm
Um,
saying? I try to smile and short talk them before I have to just forcefully ignore them. You know what I'm saying? But this lady, she just kept talking to me. You know, I laugh with her, and the next thing you know, I went to another machine. She followed me, and then it's like I end up telling how we got in a conversation. I ended up telling her that I rap. She ended up telling me that she raps. She even bust a rap for me, showing me, you know what I'm saying? And we talking, and I gotta admit, I was drinking that night. You know what I'm saying? So I was really slipping. We was right by the bathroom, and this lady had followed me for like 3 hours. But the more I drank, the more I, you know what I'm saying, put my guards down to her. And then I messed around and told her to watch my machine while I ran to the bathroom. That lady cashed my whole ticket out.
Oh my
Cash
God.
my
Mm.
whole ticket out. That was my dumb fault. But I was just like, this lady, I could not shake this lady for nothing.
yeah,
Mm,
but the thing that what you could have done, I guess, is call security right away. They would have locked that ticket. But it's people. I'm telling you, they know what to do to these machines, and they know. And another thing about casinos, it'd be a lot of the women in there selling stuff. So it'd be a lot of guys on the weekend doing buddy trips. And it's a lot of women that just stalk casinos and they prey on these men. And that's how a lot of them they rob. You can easily get robbed. So if I don't know you, I ain't going nowhere with you in the casino. I ain't gonna stand up and talk to you while I'm at the table because you messing up my concentration. But it's a lot of game in these casinos.
Mary, the
There's
StreamYard is in the chat, Mary.
there's a question that Cindy Compton, this is her second time asking this. She says, Chef, can you talk about what you plan to do from this day forward to help you stay away from the casino? Assuming that
Um,
that's what you want to do. I
yeah,
don't know.
I mean, pretty much. I got a lot on my plate. I try to stay busy now. Not saying that it's not in the back of my mind. I'm definitely doing some deep whatever therapy that Tay is suggesting. Lena know about it too, but I want to do other things with my time, my free time, than be sitting up in a casino, pretty much sitting up chasing my money. You go in there and you give them all your money, then you trying to get it back, and then you trying to chase your own money.
mm-hmm.
It's
Are you
definitely
at
And,
not.
That's the realest thing I ever heard about gambling.
Yeah, you go in there willingly, get them people all your money, and then you chasing your own money. It's almost like a dog chasing his own tail.
mm-hmm.
and
It's
I will
definitely
say, and
valid.
I will say this.
Mhm.
Let me. I just will say this. Sometimes there's a need. Sometimes there's a need for a different approach
Right.
to a situation, and um let's just hope that the different approach to the situation ends up having better results.
Absolutely. Chef, are you okay now?
I can't hear you.
Are you okay now? I mean, your solution to this is back away from that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't go like I used to go at all. And I've been working on this for a while because, like I say, before I got married, before all this stuff fell out, I used to go shoot. I'd be at the casino 2, 3 times a week. Um, and then I remember one year I went out to Vegas, um, for like a weekend trip, and I ended up being in Vegas like 2 weeks straight,
Oh,
just partying and gambling. And you know, you in Vegas for 2 weeks straight, you gonna lose a lot of money. You gonna win some, and you're gonna eventually end up giving it back. So the key in casinos is when you hit big, leave,
leave. That's it. That's it.
leave. But but it's not even about leaving. You can have 20, 30,000 dollars in your pocket. You don't care. Oh, you
Mm-mm.
chilling. Then you just sit there playing, and
Mm.
you thinking you finna get 20 or 30 more, and you look up and that 20 gone, and you taking more out of your account and more out of your account and more out of your account. That's what end up happening.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah, because that leaving is definitely easier said than done. I've gotten a
Hmm.
little
Man, you ain't
better.
leaving. I don't know if it's greed or whatever it is, or the thrill, but
It's the thrill. It's definitely the thrill because you're comfortable, you're having fun. You're not really thinking of the money that you're losing. You don't want it's the adrenaline rush. It's something different. It's more than winning money. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely more than winning money. It's the feeling. It's the win. I don't know what it is, but I've won and I'm on top and I was been more than comfortable. You can leave right now, Keisha, and you won more than you lost. But I did not want to leave. That's what the addiction and problem comes in at.
Right.
I do want to say, Mary is here. Hey, Miss Mary. I just
Hello.
wanted to make sure we give you time. You're here as well.
Thanks for letting me share.
Hmm.
Um, because this is just such an awesome topic because of the fact of how it have ruined lives of people who basically, when I say people, I'm talking about myself, have
Mm.
used this activity to escape some life changing issues that may have happened. I know for me it did. The loss of
Mm.
a child, the loss of a husband, and just not wanting to spend that time by myself. And once you get into that arena of gambling where you don't think about anything else but gambling. You don't think about the consequences of going back and forth to the teller or how much money you take, how much money you lose, and those little wins or big wins, whichever the case may be. When the deal go down, the house is gonna win. And as
Right.
a recovering drug addict, and even having delved into Gamblers Anonymous, the steps are the same.
Mm.
We have to admit to ourselves our issue. We have to let somebody else know because the ability to keep gambling
Miss Mary, your audio went out and you was giving us a word. Miss Mary, are you still here? Miss Mary, you may have to go out and come back in, or I don't know if you're on Wi-Fi. You get a better signal because you were speaking very clear and then you went out. But we definitely want to hear your story. Miss Mary, come back in if you need to.
Cindy Compton has a question. She says, Tay, do you like the casinos or are you on the opposite end of this?
What that's about?
Jack
Well, just to
for
piggyback on that's Miss
Tay
for
Mariana.
just came in, Tay. What did you say?
This is a very tough subject for me to deal with because um, I see the other side. Um, I'm not a gambler. If I lose $5 in the casino, I'm gonna pass out. Honestly, um, I think that I really have strong feelings about it. Um, I'm not pleased with going to the casino. Um,
You just go down and say you hate casinos.
it's not even that though. I don't hate casinos. I hate what it does to people. I don't hate
Right.
casinos. Casinos ain't done nothing to me, but I hate to see what it does. I hate
Right.
to see the destruction that is left in the wake of addiction, regardless of what type of addiction it is. I mean, I've worked dealing with addiction. And I don't like that. Casinos are casinos. They're here, they're there. They don't mean anything.
Right.
But it's the overindulgence in casinos that I don't like. And the
Right.
possibility of losing everything that you've ever worked for.
Right.
And it is designed for such a thing. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
There are certain like things every now and then you'll see gamble responsibly or whatever, but the whole atmosphere and the whole ringing of alarms. Let's not forget there's a psychology behind a lot of things that people may not. Just like when you're watching commercials and you wonder why the advertisers pay all of this money for their commercials, because there's a psychology behind everything that's done, and it influences people uh, to continue to do what they want them to do, and this is no different from that. So I just wanted to say that, Chef, you are very blessed. Somebody said, well said, Tay. She has a point. She hates how it affects good people, and I agree because I deal with it. My mom, I understand her feelings. Miss Mary, I really want you to come back, Miss Mary. So Miss Mary, if you're still here, can you please try to join the StreamYard again? I'm gonna post it back in the chat. Because I really liked your well, first of all, no, not I like. I was the story you were telling was not good in terms of your family members and those things, but in terms of the subject that we're having today, I really like what you had to contribute to the subject. So Miss Mary, if you would please click on that link to come back in the live, to continue to tell your story. Oh, there's Miss Mary. Miss Mary, now you're on camera now. Can you shake your head yes or no? Did you want to be on camera? Okay.
Where did Crown Empress go?
Uh, uh, Crown Empress, I believe, is here.
I'm here. Hi. I'm here. I'm just
Hey, what's up,
waiting.
Crown Empress?
Hi, honey. Hi,
Okay. Now,
everybody.
hey, Crown Empress. Now, so we're
Hey,
gonna,
Empress.
I believe, get to Crown Empress next. Miss Mary just came back, and she has turned off her camera. Miss Mary, can you hear us?
Yes, yes, I can hear very well.
Okay, now I don't know what's going on with your Wi-Fi, so you may want to stand in one place, sit down
Ye-
or something. But go,
Okay.
I don't know if you remember where you left off, but you were given a powerful testimony.
Uh, I guess just the main thing I want to share is just, going to casinos or using whatever, those are just symptoms of a deeper kind of emotional, psychological stuff that goes on with us. And I'm not talking from the standpoint of being an expert. I'm talking from the standpoint of being a person who have struggled with addictive behavior most of my life. And it doesn't matter how it manifests itself, be it gambling, be it drugs, be it sex. I mean, because I'm sure our life coach can talk to us about all these how this disease manifests itself.
Mm-hmm.
Um as we try to repress certain emotional deficiencies that we may have. So, yeah, I guess that's it. But I do appreciate this discussion tonight. It's been most enlightening as we struggle with this disease. And truly, it is a disease. It
Well, Miss
truly.
Mary, I want to say first of all, I'm so sorry to hear about your situation with your family members.
It's
Um,
okay. Yeah, it's okay.
I thank you so much for sharing because this is a conversation that Chef is open enough to talk about. And listen, Lakeisha came on and talked about her experience. You came on. There's a many people in the chat that came on. So listen, collectively, even though here's the thing, I don't have that issue. I got other issues. And this is the thing that I've always been trying to identify with my presence on social media. Just because you don't have the same issues, why do you find it okay to point your finger? If you're a smoker, why do you find yourself okay to point your finger at the alcoholic?
Exactly.
If you're
Exactly.
a gambler, why do you find yourself the right to point your finger at, a robber?
I want to piggyback Miss
And
Mary
I
real
and I
quick though
but
before she go.
okay, you
Miss Mary, I really
but wait a
feel you
minute now.
from the.
Wait a minute now. Because I just don't understand this because I was just still talking, Lakeisha. But hold on, baby, we're gonna get you in there. Um, what I was saying was that I don't understand how what I do because the person who's smoking the cigarette, they think that they have the right to point their finger at the drinker. And the drinker may think they have the right to point their finger at the cigarette smoker, but you don't. You're in
Right.
a battle, you're having
Exactly.
a battle, and
Mm-hmm.
that battle that you're having is different from the other person.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
might be eating all of the sandwiches. Bitch,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just eating sandwiches because I'm hungry, and now I got big. Okay, so it's all of these struggles that everybody's having. So I find it within myself to have compassion for another person that's having a different struggle that I'm having, but I realize that I'm having a struggle with one thing. And see, this is the part that people don't realize. You all want to point your fingers, and you're not going to be honest enough to say what's your struggle. You're not going to be honest enough to come on this internet and say, you know what? I talk to my kids like they ain't nobody.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna come online and say that. I talk to my kids like they ain't nobody. I tell them they're gonna be just like their daddy, who he won't no good. I tell them all of that. I call them B's and H's. I talk to my kids like that. Ain't nobody gonna come on here and volunteer that. Ain't nobody gonna tell you uh, deep down secrets that they doing that don't nobody know about. They gonna come and pick at your shit that's out in the open.
Mm-hmm.
All the while, they got this something else behind the back that they doing that they don't even want to talk about, that they're not going to address. So that's the whole reason for my whole thing. Stop picking at people. What are
Mm-hmm.
you doing?
They
What
they
is your
they
life
they're not
producing?
they're not gonna stop doing it.
And some of them are not, but for the people, that's the people that we know. But for the people that's listening, stop fucking with people. Okay,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
fix your
that-
life. If you want to make a comment about somebody's life, make that comment that you got to make. Carry the hell
man,
on.
them fools looking at a one way
You're
mirror. They don't care.
spending a year plus, 2 years plus, 3 years plus, trying to critique everything somebody says, everything somebody does, as if you're not doing nothing, as if you're not doing adultery. Because didn't you say you invite people in your bedroom? As if you're not doing that. As if you're not
Mm-hmm.
doing nothing wrong. And you need to stop
Mm-hmm.
it. Now I do know
Yeah.
Lakeisha came on. Lakeisha had wanted to have something to say. She had interrupted me. She didn't mean to, but she
Yeah, I'm sorry
like,
about that, Danielle. I never know when you're gonna stop.
Go
But
ahead, Lakeisha.
I thought you were put a finish and I was trying to jump on in there. But I just
well,
wanted to
I'll give you a cue, and here you go. Go ahead, Lakeisha.
Yeah, Miss Mary, I just wanted to tell you how much I appreciate what you said. I definitely felt it because that was one of my problems. My husband had
Hmm.
went to prison, and I don't have any kids, so I'm mostly used to being in a house by myself. So I took that loneliness and I put it on other things and became addicted to things that I felt like made me laugh and have fun. And by me being an introvert, I didn't have fun. You know what I'm saying? Just normally,
Hmm.
I mainly guard people off from me. But if I have
Right.
a couple of drinks or I'm out gambling, I'm more social.
Right.
So you are
Yeah.
right. That thing definitely is bigger than needing money or wanting money. It's
Hmm.
psychological, and that's all. I just wanted to piggyback that and tell you how much I appreciate what you said because you definitely was talking the real.
Well,
Right.
thank
And then
you.
another thing too about being in casinos, it ain't nothing like, somebody walk up. I mean, they throw them $5,000 in chips or $2,000 or $3,000 to put your friends in the game. I mean, you give away thousands of dollars of chips, and you ain't gonna give away thousands of dollars like that. But you in the casino, you having a good time. You want everybody around you to have a good time, so everybody in there turn up.
Hmm.
I mean, the chips, and that's how they get you.
Hmm.
Why can't you sit there and play $1,000 hand and put up 10 $1,000 bills? That's it. They know how to get you because them chips, you can smell them chips from Georgia to North Carolina. And when you get up there, you want everybody to turn up and have an opportunity to win some money. So it'd be like, it's certain groups of people that just, when you walk in the casino, even if you bottom out and you lose everything, that will put you back in the game and keep you in the game the whole time you're there.
Right.
Definitely
Right.
right, Chef.
And
And,
thank you, Lakeisha. If I didn't say, I think I said it, but thank you, Lakeisha, also for telling us, your story, because it's powerful. Y'all coming on, and so many people coming on. Listen, you don't have to say your name. Put a fake name in there. Put doo. And come and tell your story if you relate to the story.
What did
right.
Crown want to say?
Who? Crown Empress, girl, come on, Crown Empress, and Dr. Lisa is next. Crown Empress.
Hi.
First of all, let me tell you, baby, Crown Empress, you're doing your thing on these lives. I just want to tell you, girl, you're doing your thing on these lives, girl. You better come on in and tell us what you're thinking, girl.
I'm just hi everybody. Tay, Lena, Chef. I've never been on a live, I think, with Chef or Tay. Well, not with Lena or Tay. Um, and I just want to say, I got a call when you were like a half an hour into your live, Chef, and I'm so mad because I couldn't get this man off the phone, but I finally did, and now I'm here. Um,
Wait, does that mean you got that? You got that good stuff? He didn't want to get
yeah,
on.
I got that snapback,
You
and
got
and
that
that's
snap.
that's that's my that's my that's my that's my
Okay, I'm
problem.
sorry, Crown Empress. It's all off track. I'm sorry. Go ahead,
That's
girl.
right. It is my superpower. But let's move forward. I just wanted to make you all laugh real quick. So now, I just want to say, from going off of what you said in the first half an hour of your live, Carmen, I'm so proud of you for bringing this forward. And I was sitting here clapping. As soon as I saw the title of your live, I said, "Oh shit, let's go." Transparency. Yes, because if she tells her story, all right. No one else, whoever else comes behind her is just coming behind her. She could tell her story better than anyone else can. And I don't have a gambling problem, you know, but I can identify with taking accountability and looking yourself in the mirror and saying, "Yeah, you fucked up here, you fucked up here and here. You should have known better here. You should have twisted this here, but you should have, yeah." So we're not doing that again. And if we do it again, it's on us. So I appreciate you coming out like this and doing this and even saying that you were broken down this weekend over certain things because
It's
these
been
people,
it's been
yeah,
a long week.
yeah, because these people that come at you now, their point is to destroy you. We understand all of that. However, we some people tend to forget that you are human, and these things drive people to do things to themselves. Okay. And I don't want that to ever happen to you. So this is the best route. Whoever gave you the advice or put it buzzed in your ear and told you to come and do this, I applaud them because fact is, you need to get this all off your chest in order
Yeah,
for you to move forward. And I'm glad that you did that. I'm very happy for you.
yeah. They thought they was embarrassing me, and it only pushed me to recognize the fact that the time and the money lost in these casinos. It's not a good thing. It tears down families. It tears down friendships, relationships, and I got so many things that I'm working on, so many things that I'm doing. So the same people that's gonna be trying to run their mouth and everything, I want to see y'all walk in a casino and drop 20, $30,000 on the table. Y'all could never walk in my shoes. And this is not bragging or boasting. Just because I dropped 20 or 30 on the table, I'm leaving that in the casino. Then I'm going that to the bank. I mean to the window, which somebody like me can get money for free. Everybody else, if you're not a certain status, you gotta pay 20, 30, 50, whatever the casino charges you to get money out the ATM. Where the high rollers, they make sure that you don't pay a dime, because you coming to the window getting $10,000, $20,000 at a time. They don't want your little $20 or $50. They could never stand in my shoes. And it's not, like I say, it ain't nothing to brag or boast about, because at the end of the day, I done lost a lot of money over the years that I'll never get back. So I don't want to keep throwing good money behind bad.
Right. Right. So what they don't see is that the more they come at you, the more people want to stand in your corner, the more you looking at yourself in the mirror and not saying that when they say something about you, you're gonna look at and be like, oh shit, I did do that. No, it's the more they talk about you, the more people come to your page, the more people want to see you, the more people want to know what is it about this woman that got this dog food eater over here. Everyone who
Oh,
listens to the live know who I'm talking about. This dog snacker over here. Why is she so mad at Carmen? Let me go to Carmen's page and see what happens. Then they gotta go. Then they gotta want to watch you on YouTube. They gotta subscribe to watch you, even if they don't like you. That's just bringing in more for you. But it shouldn't have to take that. You were doing that on your own before all of this started.
Right.
You know what I mean? You were sensational before all that. Okay? So whatever they doing or trying to do, I mean, karma don't know color, don't know race, don't know creed. Karma is just karma. And when karma come, she don't care if it's your mama, your cousin, your uncle, your dog.
not the
Karma don't
dog.
care who. Karma don't care who she coming for. She coming for you. And
Somebody
and
say,
that's
how was I in a casino by asking for money for a defense fund? This is not making sense. Can you? I said I may. I mean, I said that about the defense fund to get these, because I knew these bone carriers was gonna take it and run with it. Have y'all ever seen me put up a GoFundMe or a defense fund? I mentioned it. I mentioned it, and they did exactly what I knew. They gonna carry them bones back. What the hell I'm gonna put up a
Mhm.
defense fund for?
Right.
Y'all
Right.
Well,
ain't. I
I'll
mean,
say this. Listen, um, with we have a chef coming here mentioning her struggles with something, and it doesn't alleviate or eradicate there simultaneously being something that's going on. Excuse me. So as she's on and she's being open and honest about something that she has been dealing with,
and
um,
also, Darnell, the defense fund, even if I wanted to do a defense fund, all this hate, all this money that I put out, it's a lot of money. And if my supporters want to support me and want to help, and people are sick and tired of seeing this stuff, and they want more things done legally than I'm doing or able to do, it's their choice, it's their money. But have I put up a legal defense fund? No. I knew them bone carriers was gonna do exactly what they did. Because they hate me so much. They can't they can't even fathom the thought of somebody giving me thousands of dollars.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Your followers has been asking for that this whole time though,
They,
whether you
For,
did that or
for,
not. They've been like, it ain't nothing we can do. It's not nothing we can do to stop them. You know, they are willing to help you with that. Let's be
you
clear.
you know what,
yeah,
Lakeisha? I ain't gonna hold you. You actually are right. A lot of them have been asking. You're actually right about that. A lot of them have been asking. So Chef has to make up her mind whether she wants to do that or not. And we do have Jazzy. Jazzy has joined us and Tay is back. Hey, Jazzy.
Hello, how you ladies doing tonight?
Well, I'm a man, but
I'm sorry.
oh, okay. But the ladies, I don't know how they're doing, but I'm doing all right. But you
What?
know what?
Sorry.
oh
You know
yes,
what?
it's
So
ladies' night
I'm
and the
sorry.
Hey.
feelings right.
So
But
guys,
you
I
know
really
what? The people say I want to be a lady, but I really don't. I like my man
They
parts.
say I want to be a man.
I like my man parts. This is warm and
I'm sorry.
wet
Please
and
forgive
all the
me.
things. But you go ahead, go.
Okay, sorry, forgive me. I don't really listen to
Yes,
Facebook
ma'am, Pam.
or YouTube that much, but recently I came across
I'm off the
Chef
line.
Foreman's live, and I was really fascinated with her. I
Oh,
think
so
she's
do
a
you see a
brilliant woman.
ghost?
I love her wife, Tay. But I don't know how I came across this live tonight. It must be God because
Mm.
sometimes when you have a gambling problem, you don't know that you really have that problem. I thought when I started gambling that it was just fun, that
Mm-hmm.
I was going through a bad divorce. My kids were taken from me on the weekend by my ex-husband at the time, and I had nothing to do with that time.
Mm-hmm.
So a girlfriend introduced me to bingo, started playing bingo. Bingo led to gambling at the casinos, playing bingo at the casinos, and then going to the table and then to the slot machines. And then I remarried 6 or 7 years later, and I was playing bingo and I was gambling. I was spending between 2 and 3 thousand a week just on bingos. But
$2 or $3,000 every week.
on bingo, you play the tabs in the bingo hall. You go, I was going 7 days a week. I had honestly, I'm thinking, okay, you win in, but then like Chef said, you're chasing your money back. You still don't think you have a problem. And then I would spend the money because I own my own boutique. I'm from Dallas. And so what I would do is when I would spend the money, I would go in the shop the next day, open up the boutique and get all my money back. And then I
Mm-hmm.
would take that money and then go back and gamble again.
Again. Oh
Again.
my
And so then
goodness.
one day I was talking to my husband. Now I'm spending my own money. It's the difference when you spending your own money and you ain't spending nobody else's money. I was
Mm-hmm.
spending my own money from my boutique, my own money from what I pay myself a month. I was spending my own money. And then one day I asked my husband, I said, can I use your American Express card? I need to get some money. He said, sure. Used his card. The next day I came back for some money and he didn't say anything. About 30 days later, when he got the bill, he
Mm-hmm.
said, are you sick? What are you needing all this money for?
Right.
And I told him, and he said, now, wait a minute, Jazzy, you one of the smartest women I know, but you're making some very dumb decisions.
Mm-hmm.
I had to look my husband in the face and tell him that I've been gambling this whole 4 years that he knew nothing
And
about.
he did not
Because I
know.
wasn't spending our money in the checking account, I was spending my own personal money that I made.
Right.
Not saying it was right, but I was spending my own money. And
Mm-hmm.
I sit down, and it's something about being transparent to your spouse, being honest with your spouse, and being honest with yourself. I had to be honest because at this time, he said, you have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
All this time, I still didn't think it was a problem. I'm like, it's my money. I'm having fun. But it was
Mm-hmm.
stupid because guess what? My business went into the red. Okay, I never applied for loans or anything like that. I had to rebuild my whole boutique. Everything that I worked hard for,
Mm.
everything that I had sacrificed, that I wanted to leave an inheritance for my children, I was on the verge of losing. And I put thousands of dollars into this business. And so me and my husband, we sat down, he prayed with me, and he
Mm-hmm.
said, you need to stop playing bingo. And I'm thinking, I've been playing bingo over 25 years. Like, what am I going to do? He said, get a life. But you're not going to. So I left the bingo alone. I'm not going to say it was easy. The first
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 weeks, I had a lot of withdrawals. I would go to the store. We started doing date night. We just started doing things that we can do together because he never gambled. He's like, Tay, He ain't gonna lose $5. He ain't gonna do that. So I
Mm-hmm.
thank God for my husband because he is the one that saved me because he knew
Mm.
I needed saving. He rescued me out that situation because I wasn't strong enough to do it myself. So
Wow.
Mhm.
you have to have someone in your life that's strong enough to look you in your face and say, you need to stop this. You're going to lose everything you work for. Do you want to lose it? He loved me enough to tell me the truth, and I loved him enough to accept his truth
Mm.
because I know I needed help. Now, it's been 4 years. Now, I do go to the casino, but let me tell you how we did this. I've
Mm-hmm.
only been twice since this happened. My husband goes with me. I take an allowance out of $200. If I don't win on the $200, guess what? I'm out of there. If I still win on the $200, we're out of there. I have
Mm-hmm.
better self control. He goes with me. And even if he wouldn't, I won't even go if he doesn't go with me. But even if
Mm-hmm.
he did, I have learned the lesson. And I just thank God that I'm free from it. So I want to encourage Chef to let her know that she can get through this. She can get through anything she wants to. She's a strong woman.
Mm.
She's a
Yes, she is.
powerful woman. People would not be coming against her if she wasn't so powerful. People are threatened just by her name alone. They're
Mm.
threatened. So when people come up against you, don't let it bother you. It might hurt, it might shake you a little bit, but you're gonna still stand. You're gonna still be at the top. These people cannot. I have been watching this lady for almost 2 years. No matter what, she still comes on her live and smile. She still give it all she got, even when she's hurting, even when people have disappointed her, even when people have backstabbed her, even when people have lied on her. She still show her face.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't running, and guess what? She ain't even scared.
She always shows up,
She
Jazzy.
always show up. And so
Always shows
these
up.
people that are coming against you, it just show you who they really are. Now you talk about you got a popcorn fundraiser. What the hell? Like, let me tell you something.
Oh,
These people, I'm telling you,
not the
she'll see.
popcorn.
Let me tell you, let me tell you something. These people burn their own bridges. And it's good to let people expose themselves. That way you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
That way she doesn't have to. So all she's doing is living her life and trying to keep her business going and try to take care of her life. And these people are still coming from. These are people with no lives. These people want to see her fail. But when God has his hand on your life, can't nobody stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't nobody stop it no matter how they try. They just can't do it. So I'm glad she did this today. She exposed her own story. What they gonna twist it and turn it, of course. They gonna say whatever they gonna say, but it really don't matter because she's telling her own story.
Mm-hmm.
And I applaud her for it. I am proud of her for doing it. And I'm standing in agreeing with her that all will be well with her, her wife, her children, her grandchildren, and that this too will pass.
Mm.
Absolutely.
Jazzy, when I tell you, first of all, you done
Amen.
came and spoke a whole word.
Amen.
Thank you
Yes.
for sharing with us your story.
You're welcome.
Um,
Yes.
thank God for you having an amazing spouse
Yes.
who is in there for the right reasons, who
Mm-hmm.
wanted the relationship and wanted to help you through that relationship, who stood in the gap for you, who you
Yes.
know, all of those things. And so thank God to your husband.
You're welcome.
And thank God for overcoming.
Yes.
And thank God also for you saying, listen, I actually still gamble.
I
But
do.
these are the perimeters that I placed around my gambling,
Yes.
and this is working just fine for me.
It
I I
is.
I I thank God for all of that.
Well,
And
All
thank you.
of
Chef
it.
has an amazing partner as well with Tay.
Yes, she
Tay, are
does.
you
And
there,
Tay is
baby?
beautiful.
Yes, she is.
Tay is
Huh?
a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman, not just
Yes,
physically,
she is.
but she has an inner beauty. And when people come up against her too, they don't really know what they're doing
No,
because
they do
this
not.
lady just trying to protect her spouse and she's minding her business, very
Yes.
successful, very smart. I've watched them for a couple of years now. And I'm going to tell you, you can read a lot about a person when they open their mouth. And she tries her best to stay quiet. She does. And no matter what happened with with them or whatever, they're going to be good. And
They're
Mm.
going to
what
be
we
wonderful.
should do as as supporters is to continually pray for them and lift them up
That's
and
right.
let them know
Yes.
That's
we're
right.
here for you guys.
Yes, we
We're
are.
here for you. Y'all can make it. No matter which choice you make, y'all can make it.
Hmm.
Mhm.
that, Chef? You got that, Tay?
Can
Yeah.
anybody hear Dr. Lisa?
Dr. Lisa,
I'm
you know
trying to
what?
stay awake. It's like
No.
10. It's,
Oh, well,
it's
y'all
after
didn't have
10
to say good
o'clock where
Hey,
I
night. Good night.
live.
Dr. Lisa, let me come and pinch your little cheeks. Let me pinch your little cheeks and wake you on up. Dr. Lisa
Thank
has been
you.
Dr. Lisa has been waiting very patiently. I'm so sorry, love. Miss Jazzy's testimony was just so,
It was
powerful.
wonderful.
And then, everybody had, something to say. Miss Jazzy, I don't know if you dropped off, but amazing testimony. Absolutely amazing. I'm so happy to hear about it, and I'm so happy that you were able to overcome with your husband. Dr. Lisa, go ahead. You got
Thank
the
you,
floor.
Jesus. Hi there. I want to make sure Carmen is still here and alert. If she
Child,
didn't doze off and go
Carmen,
to sleep.
no, she didn't doze off, but it appeared that she had a phone call
Okay.
that must have been important. Oh,
Okay, she's back.
wait. Carmen, you're muted. You want to unmute or what's going on?
Unmute.
Unmute. Carmen, you got to go back and listen to Jazzy, or either I'm going to record Jazzy and send it to you. Jazzy was amazing.
What she say? Can she say it again?
No, she can't. She can't say it again because she ain't here.
Jazzy, say it again.
She can't say
Dr.
Please.
it.
Lisa's ready to come through.
Right. Look. First of all, she
Dr.
can't
Lisa,
say it.
go, girl.
She can't say it. She can't say it again because she's not here. I'm not finna repeat it because I ain't gonna do her justice. But what?
Cynthia McCaskill ever said, even with no
Uh-uh.
teeth,
You
she
see how
stood so strong.
she.
Come on, Dr. Lisa. Let's
But
hear it.
but
Ready,
Carmen,
Dr. Lisa, for she had to go to sleep.
Carmen, you have to. I'm gonna have to sing you Jazzy, or you're gonna have to go back and look at it. But right now, Dr. Lisa has something to say because she's been waiting patiently.
Lord.
Hey, everyone.
Hi.
What's up,
Hey,
Doc?
And
Dr.
What's
this
up,
Lisa.
Doc?
message is for Carmen and Tay. Well, first, a lot of you guys don't know what my background is. I spent 26 years as a nurse. I'm a legacy paramedic. I used to work for Detroit Fire Department in the 80s as a medic, and I earned my doctorate degree after getting a heart transplant. So I spent 8 years in school while working in the pediatric ICU to get my doctorate degree. I am a psych doctor. So I have just sat back and monitored everything. My last 5 years, I worked psychiatric emergencies for children with addictions, for children that attempted suicide. So I would go and work with the child and do an admission for a child with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. So that was very, very difficult. And the reason I got to working with Tay and Carmen is because I am a terminal patient. I spent the whole time working on the Christmas drive and the Thanksgiving drive, all of those while laying in an ICU bed. So I just wanted to thank Tay and Chef because I'm stable now. I've been doing very, very well. And some of it is just from watching Chef, just cook over time. And Tay was there for me. So a lot of people don't know what goes on behind closed doors. I get very upset when I hear people talk about Tay and Chef. Tay saved my life. Tay kept me motivated while I was laying in the hospital, and she was in the hospital. She didn't have to do that. Carmen has kept me motivated, and they both have prayed for me, and I'm doing very well now as a part of that. So when
Well, Doctor
everybody
ain't
has
gonna,
their
Dr.
Hold
struggle.
on,
Lisa. I
Carmen.
Yes,
know. Hold on, Donnell.
yes.
I'm not gonna,
Who is that?
Dr. Lisa. Let me say this.
Yes.
I'm not gonna interrupt you, but
No, it's
Dr.
okay.
Lisa, Dr. Lisa called me today, and I was busy. I was out of breath. I answered that phone. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, both of them have been there for me. Carmen to me is a genius in her own way because I know that she created those seasonings. It doesn't matter who took it over. She mixed those seasonings. And when I tell you she made me a better cook just from adding and using those seasonings. So I don't care who made what, even the coating made my chicken better.
Aw.
And Tay has been there. Tay has cry with me on the phone, just praying for me. And so people don't know, they say all these nasty things. I have been around and I've even spoken to Rico. I
Mm,
remember Tay was in the hospital and I called Rico and Rico went to the store. He never said he was out of food. I put money on the card so he could go pick up food for Tay and he could go to the grocery store and get Tay a few things while she was in the hospital and Carmen was out of town.
so
Rico never sounded like he was in distress.
just real
He
quick, Dr. Lisa.
yes, yes.
Now I'm being Chef Carmen. So now you have sent Rico some money. I
I
have
sent
sent
Rico
Rico
money when
to do
Tay
something.
was in the
Right,
hospital.
right, right. I have
Yes.
sent Rico some money. There's been a couple of people that have sent Rico some money. So Rico had money coming from everywhere within the last couple of months. I just want to say that. Okay, go ahead, Dr. Lisa. I'm be quiet.
Yeah, Carmen took care of Rico. She would always put Rico first, even when she was living in the house in Georgia after she got the new home. She was worried about Rico's room before she was worried about doing her own. I've watched Carmen, and Carmen, I live vicariously through her with her feeding the homeless. Because if I was healthy enough to do it, that would have been my end goal. So Carmen has done some of the things that I've always wanted to have
Oh,
more time to do. And Tay has, I'm telling you, Tay has called me and she has prayed with me. She has, please, Lisa, I want you to do better. I want you to get well. Nobody knew but her and Betty and Carmen that I was very, very sick.
yeah.
So I pray for Carmen and Tay every day, and Carmen can do this. So I want to ask Carmen, as a psych doc, do you believe that you have an addiction?
Do I believe that I have an addiction for?
The gambling. But
Yeah,
I
I
know
can
you don't.
answer.
I know you're not a big drinker. You're not an alcoholic
Oh no,
or anything
I
like
may play
that.
around about drinking. Yeah, I know I crossed the line of addiction because I don't care how much money I win, it ain't enough. It's like dangling carrots, um, in my face. I don't care. I could say I done been in casinos and had two, $300,000 on the rail, and it wasn't enough money. So it's not about me going to the casino and trying to come up or trying to hit it big. It's more of a stress release, and it's more for the thrill.
So would you say the answer to that would be yes?
I said yes to answer to the.
Okay. Because see, that's the first Darnell and Lena, um, pay everybody. That's the first step
Mm-hmm.
towards change. That's the first step to doing better. Today is the beginning of the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. And
So the
you
thing,
got enough support to do it.
but see the
I
thing
believe
about.
in you.
Thank you. I think the thing about the casino and the gambling and the thrill is that you don't see it as an addiction. Because I could say, well, I don't even go that much, or is I wasn't there that long. And I was just on the phone talking to my friend, and I was telling her the same thing. Um, but anytime you can go to a casino and the amount of money that you win or lose don't make a difference in your life, then you got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we love you and we appreciate you and we're here for you if you need us. And I would tell people, value your lives because you never know when you're gonna not be doing so well. I was blessed to be able to give 34 years to helping others and saving lives and doing things in my career. So I value both Carmen and Tay because Tay was a nurse for a long time. She still is, and she's working towards great, even more, so she can continue to do more. And that's why I try to do as much as I can to help those guys. I would do it, just from the kindness of my heart because I admire them for what they do in the community. So I don't want anybody talking about Tay and Chef because they don't know what they do for others behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Dr.
appreciate Darnell and Lena because you guys really do a great job. And all the other ones, Lisa, Penny, I mean, everybody.
Yeah,
I see
you
you
can't
guys.
forget
I see
Lee
you.
and Penny, especially
Yeah,
that doggone
Lily,
Lisa.
Penny. Even the just from watching the older videos of Carmen feeding the homeless, everybody's doing a great job. We're not going to let anybody, not Karina, anybody, put Carmen under. I'm working towards a new project that Carmen and I are going to talk about in the future, soon when she has time. And it's just going to be her doing what she does best.
And I thank you for that.
And Dr. Lisa, I want to say that you're right. Like, you know, as much as we talk, nobody shared what you're going through. So I'm a little disappointed that anybody said nothing. But, you know, in all seriousness, I'm so glad that you're on the upside and overcoming what you've been going through because I had no idea. And many of us, most of us, you know, had no idea. So thank God that you're on the upside or you know getting on the upside of fighting what you're fighting. I do want to ask you a question because if I'm not mistaken,
Yes,
as I was listening intentionally, you said
yes,
that you were a your doctorate is either based or semi-based in psychology.
yes.
Okay.
I'm a psychologist.
Okay, so there was a person, and I want to say someone claimed them to be a psychologist. I don't know this person.
Okay.
The only thing I do know is that they had 400 views and 500 views, and then they had 600 views, and they just
Hmm.
never seemed to be able to make it. And then all of a sudden they had talked about karma, then they had 8,000 views. That's the only thing I know about this
Oh
person.
my God.
They never seem to be able to make it, you know. And so I think as that type of psychologist, maybe they tried to stay out of the mess, and then they found themselves in some mess, and they think they know more than what they know. And I may or may not go deeper into that, depending on after this live, because I know they're gonna know who I'm talking about. It depends on what they say,
Okay.
so I say back. So I'm not trying to involve you in the mess like that. But what I am gonna ask you as a psychologist, this person who was said to be a psychologist, I don't know their credentials,
Hmm.
had
Hmm.
said something about observing Rico, and I didn't listen to the whole thing, so I'm not gonna lie. But basically, they were on the side of like saying, you know, that I guess they were on the side of saying that Rico is right. Now, I could interject with my observation and thoughts about my interaction with Rico and also my interaction with Chef and Rico and Tay Rico, whatever. But I just wanted to see if you had anything to offer about your observation of what has taken place with Rico when it pertains to Chef and Tay.
Well, I know just from the storm, the time after the storm, that Rico was driving Tay around, and Rico, they went to Kroger's. I mean, she got coolers, and he never said anything about, even though he's a grown man, if he
Mm-hmm.
does have any limitations, he's high functioning,
Mm-hmm.
meaning that, he could still work and live on his own independently.
Mm-hmm.
So he really didn't. Some things you may have to guide him with his health
Mm-hmm.
and like his medical condition. So Tay was pretty much, trying to help him with that. But Carmen them went above and beyond because just to have a home, a car, and to have some money. Some people don't even have spending money after they pay all their bills for the month.
Can you say that again, Dr. Lisa? There
Yeah,
are
some people,
people working
and
40
they don't even have
hours a
money. They
week.
have to go to food banks or, try to get help in other ways. He had time where he could have even worked a side job.
In
So
addition to
whatever,
the money that Karma was giving them.
yeah, that extra, any money on a debit card, any money that Rico was given in cash, that he actually did pretty good because Carmen paid his rent.
I mean, not
He had a car. He had more things than some people, and still had spending money.
Dr. Lisa. I had said, girl, I do recant that because listen, doctor is a major company. Dr. Lisa, I'm trying to
Yeah,
figure out how I can sign up. Cause can I make my money and my money be my money and then you pay all of my bills? I'm trying to figure out like, can we exchange?
and you got good food.
And I get the
I
good
mean,
food.
so you got a chef cooking. Even if chef didn't cook every day, could you imagine getting that food once or 3 times a week, plus an apartment and your utilities pay? I don't know no employers. I mean, if you were on call and you didn't answer that phone, I've worked on call for years. You could lose your job not answering your phone
Don't
because
forget
you're
the phone.
paid to
Don't
be on call.
Yeah, the phone bill, and everything. But the thing is that I came to terms with this, and if he's
Yes,
saying that he's grown and he wants to do this, then on this side we all gonna wish him well, and
yes,
we gonna move past it. It was all a shock to us. A lot of us were so disappointed, but he made his bed, and
mm-hmm,
I hope he should sleep well. So, I'm not gonna sit over here and badger him more. I done did that out of anger, said some
yes.
things, took some shots. I no longer want to do that. If he's happy, bless him.
I think it's just time for him. It was time for him. Just go be on your own, and he'll learn. Life lessons like anybody else. And I don't know, the Nicole lady may be swaying him a little bit because I
Mhm.
did see a video where she was telling him what to say, and you could just hear him asking her like asking her what he should do.
Mhm.
So, but you know what? Life goes on, and right now it's a time for you guys. You like you just said today that how you feel about the gambling, and everything. So this is the beginning for you. And Tay, it's other things that you need to focus on. Rico will be okay.
Right.
The only thing we can do is pray for Rico and move forward because right now my concern is Jeff and Tay and
Mhm.
Yeah,
wanting
because
to
they
see
these
them
these
excel.
these these people are ruthless. I mean, from accusing me with the Mike Brown situation. Mike Brown, rest in peace, and I pray for the Brown family. Trayvon Martin, rest in peace, and I pray for the Martin family to get in touch with these people and tell them that I'm disrespecting either one of those young men. That's what they do. That's what they done recently. These are the most foul people, despicable people on earth. And y'all, they gonna keep doing what they do. And I promise y'all ain't made me. So how you gonna break me? Y'all are despicable. I laugh at y'all. And I'm gonna make sure I make every effort to keep y'all names out my mouth. I'm gonna let y'all do the talking. I'm gonna let y'all keep doing what you do because life is too short. I have so many things to offer the people that have always followed me and enjoy my content. They keep saying we want to go back. So we're gonna go back. I got events coming up and I'm gonna take you guys to all my events. And when I'm not doing events, I'm making time to be on the schedule cooking again as we build my YouTube. So I'm ready to turn up. I'm ready to live my life like I've never lived it before. And the hate is not going to stop, but I'm choosing not to engage.
Well, that's a blessing. And I never heard of anything negative regarding you and Trayvon Martin.
Yeah,
And
they reached out to the Martin family and said, somebody, did y'all see that? Anybody else see that?
Yeah, I
So
seen it. They
basically,
went. They
oh, go ahead,
reached out
Lakeisha.
and go ahead, Donnell.
No, no, no. Go ahead. You got it, girl. See,
I was saying they reached
see
out.
how I can give it to you. I'm giving it. I
But
give
I
it
know
to you.
sometimes I could come in, but I see where they did that, but they got the whole thing all wrong. Chef never compare herself to Trayvon Martin or Michael Brown. As a matter of fact, she made a mistake and said Mike Brown on accident. She really was referencing George Zimmerman. She was saying that how people had donated him. All these people donated him money to fight against him killing Trayvon Martin. And it's probably how he won the case, even though we know he was dead wrong. She just used said
terrible.
their name, just saying, but she was really referencing to George Zimmerman. She never compared herself to Mike Brown nor Trayvon Martin. She made a mistake and said Mike Brown when she was actually talking about Trayvon Martin, and she was not even talking about Trayvon Martin. She was, may God bless their souls, she was talking about George Zimmerman.
Wow, Lakeisha, that's a big. First of all, that's a big correction. Y'all know Carmen get the stuff confused. So wow, so basically they took, because she said it how she said it, they took it for just that, knowing that she meant. I know that they should be smart enough to know that she meant George Zimmerman,
I mean,
but
I watched the live. She actually
I
said George
mean,
Zimmerman.
I actually praised both of those young men, and I said I prayed for their family and may they rest in peace, and that their lives and their death will always be a part of our life. Who was a part of that era and know what happened to them.
wow. Well, Dr. Lisa, I also thank you for your expertise, because again, there was another person who I heard was a psychologist, and what I'm getting from that is, again, from looking at her page, she wasn't able to really capture the people with her psychology. It was 600, 400, 500, 600, 700 views. Now, all of a sudden, part one to part two, Chef Carmen, just like the other people. But, and I haven't even heard what fully she said. Now, again, if there's a response from this, I'm going to be on that ass, and they're going to have nothing to do with Carmen. But here's the thing. Everybody can be on the outside looking in. And if you're going to use the Rico situation, somebody said something very important, and it may have been in the live previously. It may have been in Lena's live. I can't remember exactly. But they said that Rico said that everything has been good until recently, right? Somebody said that, and I'm just going to use that as a starting point for just this segue of conversation, right? Everything has been okay until recently. So we're talking about 33 years. And if you say everything has been okay until recently, we also combined in the conversation where Chef said, hey, I don't have that Facebook pay anymore. Maybe came on and said that people will ride with you until the money fall out. Okay, now let's be real. The rent was still paid. The car note was paid. The lights and the gas and whatever in the apartment was paid. The insurance was paid. Rico still had food to eat. You can look at that man and tell he ain't missing no meals. I can tell you ain't missing no meals. So maybe you don't have $2,000 and $3,000 extra dollars in your pocket every month. Okay. Maybe you don't have $3,000 extra dollars, $2,000, whatever the money. Maybe you don't have that extra in addition to the other things every month. But and here's the thing, when I'm talking to Carmen and I'm talking about discernment, and I'm gonna steer away from Rico with the discernment and move on to other people. I'm just talking to Carmen about my observation and how people move and circulate themselves around her money.
And you know what I'd like to add to that, Darnell, is that I've observed Rico too. Rico he was never very sociable. Rico didn't want to do a lot of things I didn't even know he wanted to travel because he never wanted to do anything. When Tay would ask, She's offered many times. I remember when she was out getting them shoes. He's gotten clothes for Christmas. So them saying that he didn't have any clothes was a lie. He just chose to wear the same stuff, and
Hmm.
probably because of his weight.
Well, you
And
know
he,
what, Dr. Lisa?
yes,
You know, he came out, and this is something I try to only speak about things I've seen and for
yes, ma'am.
myself. So he came, okay, when he first came, like whatever, he said, guess what, y'all? I no longer wear orange. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, whatever. Right? Later
Hmm.
on through that conversation, he revealed that he wants to wear orange. Orange is his favorite color. So we're looking at people trying to, they act like they're trying to not make him do stuff and make him say stuff, but actually
Hmm.
they are. But they're doing
Hmm.
it in a roundabout way, right? And this psychology for y'all too, and I ain't even no psychologist. This is a roundabout way. So if I was talking to Dr. Lisa, I don't have to say, Dr. Lisa, I want you to say this tomorrow. I don't have to say that. What I would say is, Dr. Lisa, have you ever thought about look, this is how I will open it. Dr. Lisa, what do you think about the orange shirt? Have you ever thought about, does Carmen make you wear the orange shirt? I'm gonna ask these questions. Um, Rico, I think that breaking out, and you tell me, but Rico, I think breaking out of all of this, you should not wear no more orange shirts. It would speak volumes. It would say everything. What do you think about that, Rico? So I'm projecting myself all throughout your answer of what I want you to give you. I'm not really asking you a question with the expectation of a real answer. I'm asking you a question with the preface that's already put in it, and I'm lining the answer up for you.
Hmm.
Hello?
Can, can I pick it back off you real quick, Darnell?
Yes,
This is the
ma'am.
exact this is the exact conversation verbatim. They said Ari say, so Rico, what is your favorite color? Like that was an odd question to ask somebody in the interview, but anyway, he said, uh, I guess it gotta be black now. Orange, but I guess it gotta be black now. And
Oh,
yes, that's exactly what he said.
Lakeisha!
Let me tell you, she asked him. Ari said he was on. That's when I told y'all I heard Nicole whispering in the background. So when she asked him, she said, Rico, what is your favorite color? He said, orange, but I guess it got to be black now. And she was like, you ain't got to say if your color is orange, it can be orange. He was like, oh, okay. You like what kind of? He said this online. Like they made this man
Lakeisha!
say orange was not his color, and then guess what he say? Well, it's orange. And she was like, what you like so much about orange? And you know what I'm saying? Then he came back. He was like, he's just pretty. That's the conversation verbatim, dog. They sat up there. That man said, I guess it got to be black now. That girl had that was the cue right there to let you know this girl is manipulating him to well, he can't even say the things he want to say. They gave this stuff
Listen.
away on live.
So, Lakeisha, I didn't even hear that. And see, I'm telling you, I'm a smart man. I didn't even hear that, Lakeisha. And basically, that's what it was. What I just said and what it was. So I didn't have to hear it because I knew that nobody was making her wear orange, and I knew the fact that he didn't want to wear orange no more was his idea. Nobody had to tell me that.
I'm gonna
So
go
yes,
find the screen recorder. I'm gonna make sure I get it to you because, baby, it was crazy. That's what let me know. I already knew, but that girl, I heard her whispering in the background. The mic was loud, and you know what I'm saying. She was on the same camera. It was like, Nicole, you can get on your own. Cause she was like, no, I'm gonna sit right here with Rico.
hey baby, it's about 25 people saying you're absolutely telling the truth. The 25, 26 people. I'm just trying to
Well, I
tell you.
know I don't never lie, baby. I listen. I done admitted to y'all that I go listen to those lies because I want to know what they have to say for my rebuttal. Because I know I'm gonna always have one because they're always lying. But they sat right there and said, Rico said she said, what is your favorite color, Rico? It's almost as she expected him to say something. But I guess you know what I'm saying. He was not programmed to say it's black. He said, I
Mhm.
guess orange, but I
I
guess
get
it gotta be black.
now. I guess it gotta be
That's exactly what he.
black.
You know what else I
Wow.
noticed, Darnell, is that I watched Rico live. I didn't even know he had his own following of 11,000 people, and they were at the restaurant, and he said they're asking me for my cash app, and Nicole was telling him to be quiet.
Mm.
He said, pin the cash app on there. They're asking me. See, Rico don't know how to do that. So
Mhm.
he's being coached all the way through.
Speaking of, I don't know. See, sometimes I don't know. Let me see if I have this on my phone.
I'm gonna probably have to send you, Darnell, that live, because he was also, they were bringing the bill, and Rico was like, they bringing the bill. They gave me the bill, and I guess she was saying to give it to her.
Oh, I do
Come
have
on,
this.
Dr. Lisa.
Let me. Thank you, Dr. Lisa, and thank you,
Okay,
Lakeisha. Let me send this to myself because speaking of the Cash App, I want to ask y'all a question, and I want to present something on the screen in conjunction with that question. So let me see real quick if I can grab it. If anybody wants to contribute to the conversation, you can. Oh, there you go, right down. Select and send. Okay. Everybody's saying y'all are so right. All of these things have transpired. And okay, here it is right here. Let me just show y'all. Now, can I ask a question? Was it not said, because it's been so many things that I get so many messages and I get like, it's just really a lot. But was it not said that Rico had a new Cash App, right? Don't send him nothing on the old Cash App. I got a new Cash App. Can somebody put a number 77 in the chat if it was said that Rico had a new Cash App? Because I just want to show you something. Anybody know? Can you put a number 77 in the chat? Okay? If it was said that Rico had a new Cash App. Okay? See, I be having so many things, as y'all send me so much stuff, and I just have to get it in. And sometimes I be trying to get it in, and it ain't quite in, and it's out. Now, they said Rico had a new Cash App, and they said that the new Cash App was Rico Reloaded. Okay, so I just want to ask y'all a question and show y'all something that the nosy neighbor sent me. And I'm just gonna ask y'all about it. Okay. Now I want to know how, why, when, and where. That's all the questions that I have. How, why, when, and where. Rico Reloaded 24 was supposed to be the new Cash App. I want to know how he did 33 years a slave and got rid of that Cash App he had and got a new Cash App, but yet and still that Cash App that he got, that was the new one, was built and made and created in January of 2018. These are some of the questions that I have. I want to know how that and why that new Cash App was created in January of 2018. They y'all say he had a new phone? If he had a new phone, could have had a new Cash App. I'm just trying to figure out who changed their Cash App name to Rico Reloaded and where is the money going. Now, if y'all think again that I believe that this lady is fully and 100% completely committed to yielding over all of Rico's money to him, use a damn lie. Use a damn lie if you think I believe that. And I cuss. Now, some people say they don't cuss and they still cuss. Some people say they don't do this and they still do it. I'm just happy to be the person to tell you I cuss. So Rico Reloaded, why was this January of 2018?
Hey, like Dr. Lisa said, he got scared when he got that check. Baby, if you sit with $10,000 in your Cash App, ain't no need to panic when you get the check.
I also want to
She
know,
getting that.
that GoFundMe is about $3,000. If it was to ever reach $10,000, I'm about fully convinced that they might get him a $4,000 worth car and keep the six. I don't have no confidence in the people, not the people that he's with. Hell, I don't barely have no confidence in the other people because they delusional to some degree. It's liars upon liars. It's people who exaggerate shit because they want to paint a narrative. All of these things we have, but yet they want to say we crazy. Let me tell you something. I tell Carmen what I need to tell Carmen all the time. I tell Carmen so much shit. I be wondering. I said she's gonna be sick of me today. She's gonna be sick of me today. She's gonna have to be. She's gonna have to be sick of me today. Somebody else tell her. Somebody. Who gonna tell? Somebody else tell her. I didn't tell her too much shit. I done said about 18 things. Somebody else tell her. Can somebody else tell her? Baby, y'all have no idea. Just because y'all can't hear it and y'all are not privy to the conversations, baby, Carmen gets told everything she needs to know. And she's a grown woman. And she's gonna do with it what she wants to do with it. And when she's ready, like today, okay, she came and told what she wanted to tell. Now, a new approach, a new direction, all of the things. And I look forward, Chef, and I hold you to your word for the new direction and the new approach. And that's all I got to say.
Yeah,
okay.
it's you know, I'm looking forward to it. It's so many things to do. It's time for a change of direction. Not to saying that, you know, I ain't gonna get on here and get mad and snap at them sometime, but I'm even praying on that. I'm praying to turn a deaf ear. Peace done came on here a couple of times and dropped some serious words on all of us, and you know, making us think and just putting it down in a way that we could receive it. So I thank him for that. But yeah, we got to change directions. We got to change the narrative because um I have no idea why Tay and I are so important, why Darnell and Lena and Lily and Penny and all you guys that stand with us are so important. You know, even the people that support us and see what's going on through their own eyes. Um, you know, y'all don't get it, but everybody's caught up in it. So we definitely gonna try to find some peace and have some fun again.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, Beverly Johnson Wiggins. Love you too.
And you know, so many of your people are looking forward to that. Just the funness of it all, just the jovial, jolly person that you've always been. And you know, just the fact of like a lot of this stuff we can't control. And what we can control is how we're gonna respond to it. And it's just all of those acknowledgement and not being impulsive, which is like jumping to an action and like not really thinking about if that's the best thing to do. So hopefully, listen, it's gonna everything's work in progress, you know. But Chef, you've been doing good throughout the time. I will say you've been better with that. Sometimes you just you just gonna do it, you know. But as everything's moved forward, maybe those things will be even less and far and few in between.
Yeah. I mean, I just think we get to a point. I think we talked about him enough. He made a choice in the decision. I think we need to drop him off at in the pool in the bushes and let him live his best life.
Amen to that.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Let him live his best life. No hard feelings, just distance. Oh, Justice, you better say that. No hard feelings, just distance. And listen, this applies, this applies to whoever it applies to. No
They
hard
trying to milk. I'm sorry, Darnell. They're trying to milk him for this situation, and as long as we cut it off and don't talk about it no more, the milk gonna run dry.
not the stale milk, not the dry powder milk.
They milking him for the popularity of this conversation. You know what I'm saying? They know every time somebody say something wrong, they gonna play victim over there and get them some more cash outs. Now they got a donut fundraiser, like
Not
got my
not
popcorn fundraiser.
oh,
Damn, what's next? A car wash?
not the car wash.
They really,
No,
they really got a popcorn and donut
yes,
fundraiser.
they're not
No,
the
I
donut,
made a
but the
mistake
pop.
and said donut, but they got what they don't put him in the popcorn things.
They
One of the
don't have the
popcorn donations,
popcorn.
like he a real case. Like, what the heck this nigga need a popcorn donation for? You and Ira selling that popcorn, child. The children, let the children in school have that, baby.
Yeah, yeah, that's what that's for.
Nugs money. I don't know, what you may have said or whatever. Like a lot of people say stuff and then they say they didn't say nothing. And I'm not saying that's you, but I am saying it's a possibility. So I don't know what's your name on Facebook, but inbox us and we can see. Let's share it and clean us. So listen, I don't know what else y'all have to say. But I'm gonna say for me, I don't know how long we are, but Chef, you can talk. You can say whatever you want to say. I'm gonna mute myself.
I somebody just said it. Silence is golden. Let's start today moving different, and let's enjoy life because this drama is draining. I know we were on Lena's live today, and for a long time I couldn't see the comments. By the time Tay came on there, and they were stroking out because she dropped the F bomb. Well, if she dropped one, then the person she dropped it on deserved it. And she turned up, and we support each other. Just like everybody on this live, we support each other, and at the same time, we got to hold each other accountable. And that's what I know we try to do. Tay, did you want to say something else? Yeah, I see her.
I'm here. I just have so many different feelings. I have been here. I have really gone through some things. And I just look forward to the day that addiction is no longer a thing for Carmen and for the countless millions of people that it affects. That's all I really have to say.
And it's definitely real. And I thank you because I come from a family of addictions. You know what I'm saying? So I got an addictive personality. When I went into a depression stage, I started playing games. And I played them every night till it was like I would neglect everything just playing these games. And then I went into gambling and it turned terrible. I started out in the crack trap houses and then I went to the casino. You know
Wait,
what I'm
wait.
saying? I'd be in the trap house all night, at 8 o'clock in the morning, gambling.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It was terrible. So that's why I really got on this live because I want to let y'all know this really touched me. I was like, because it's something that I've dealt with terribly and that I'm still dealing with. I just don't go to the casinos but maybe they got it, but you can play it on your phone now, child. It ain't no better.
Oh, wait. I don't play
But
on my
yeah,
phone. I don't play
it's too
games.
convenient.
I don't play games, and I don't play on my phone. Like Taya be sitting up playing Monopoly. I don't know how the mind work. I can't wrap my mind around playing games on the phone. So
When
that's
it
a
ain't bringing
blessing
you
to
no
me.
money. But get what you go to doing? Spending the money and it ain't winning enough.
Right,
It's on
right,
the phone. I'm telling you, it's all the problem. It's
right.
all the problem. You want to win. So yeah, it's definitely this conversation was definitely need to be dealt with. And you seen it touched a lot of people.
It
Yeah,
really
and
That we ain't know who dealt with it.
we're gonna have talks because my thing, and I had to look at myself in the mirror and make a decision. My thing is, I can't continually take shots at these people. You can't throw um, gasoline on a person that already have on gasoline draws and they're already on fire because it's just going to keep them burning. We need to put the flames out. We need to move differently and let them talk and say the things that they want to talk. We need to stop discussing Rico because he made a choice. Let him be happy. We all really and truly wish him well. A lot of people don't like what they're saying over there, and it's disturbing with them. But I never um put him out on Front Street or anything like that. I would have never had a popcorn for him. I did the best that I can, and so at the end of the day, he made a decision. He grown. We keeping him relevant. Let's let them keep him relevant and keep his name out of our mouth. And at the same time, even when I think about, Tay's mom, speaking on Rico, she ain't never met that man one day in his life. She and her other friend in California was the people that were calling child adult protective services on Rico. They call adult protective services on Rico. They sent the police around to Rico's apartment. Tay and I wasn't even there either time. So if he was abused, why didn't he speak then? I mean, he called me and Tay, and he gave Tay the card saying a social worker stopped by from Adult Protective Services and she wanted to meet with me and you. He didn't tell me that. He said him and Tay need to talk to the social worker. So
Well, Carmen. Not only that, if he was abused and the proper authorities for that situation was called, and they didn't find anything wrong, then all of the allegations were void. They came, they saw, but there was no conquering because there was nothing to see.
yeah, and it's the same thing that you guys I just look at this whole situation, you know, with Tay's mom. How do you speak on your child in that manner? Um, it's you doing all this for clicks and views. Like Tay don't speak on that woman. I don't even speak on her. She doing all this for clicks and views, and it's really sad. And they want to talk about me and say I abandoned my daughter and my granddaughter. I was asked not to speak. We go through things. A lot of parents going through what I'm going through. Maybe not on this level, but you know, it's some sunlight at the end of the tunnel. And I do plan on trying to see my granddaughter and talking to my daughter. But I could never, oh wait, say the things that this woman is saying about her daughter, instead of saying, well, she's put herself through school. She's still in school. I'm so proud of her. Um, I don't know
Don't give her
what.
no light, Chef. Don't give her no light.
Yeah, I can't speak on it, but it's very disturbing to a lot of people.
And I believe, and I was gonna have a live about this, but since we're here, I'm just gonna briefly say this. Over the course of the last couple of years, we're just now having this conversation, or maybe there's been two conversations. I just know this recent one. Maybe there's been two conversations about Ashley and disrespect. Okay, and the last conversation. Listen, I told you all. Listen, I will take that. Okay. I think a lot of y'all conversation wasn't really for me, but I will take that. I will take that because I know I said some things as well. But here's what I want to say. Out of that conversation, and hopefully, well, no, out of that conversation, what I then saw is Ashley say that she was mad about it, she was upset about it. She was going to go on to do other things towards me or whoever, right? And then she checked herself and she decided not to do that because of who I don't know if she considers herself a Christian. I'm assuming Jehovah's Witness is Christian. So, and excuse me if I'm ignorant on that. And what I did hear, even though there wasn't this great, like some people painted it out to be this great, revelation of something. I don't think we've arrived at the live that I heard her have. But what I will say, it was great leaps and bounds, because what I heard was, yes, you didn't like what was said and what was heard, but then when you felt like you was going to give the same energy, you check yourself, and I commend you for that. Secondly, what I heard was, you're not ready right now, but in the future, maybe you will be ready to apologize. That was amazing to me. That was amazing to me. And maybe it's just me, and I'm just speaking on behalf of myself. Because the fact of the matter is, and this is all that I've been saying, you know, how are you to exclude yourself out of that? And I don't want to get too far into it, but please don't exclude yourself out of the disrespect. Please include yourself into the disrespect. I don't care if you think as one person disrespect was at a 10 and another was at a 2. All that I want to say is please don't exclude yourself from the disrespect. I'm not going to put a level on it. I'm not going to say how many times it was done over there compared to over here. I'm not even going to do that right now. What I'm going to do right now is say, I heard her say, maybe she will one day be able to apologize. Maybe she'll be open to it. I also heard her say that there would be some type of a conflict because of myself or the people that Carmen has in her life. Let me tell you something. I tell Carmen nothing but fruitful stuff for her life, good things. She can listen. She can't. She can't listen. She can listen. She don't have to listen. She's a grown person. See, the difference is you all said you better listen. You better listen. And if you don't listen, I'm going to remove myself out of your life. That's the big difference that I don't know if everybody's understanding. Now, whether that's if you agreed with something or did, how the hell do you know if I agreed with it? But the difference is you decided what you were going to do is remove yourself because Carmen made decisions that you didn't agree with. Now I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna say that I'm happy to hear that maybe one day you'll be willing to open yourself in the conversation, but it should not in no way in any means be contingent upon my relationship with Carmen, Lena's relationship with Carmen, because at the end of the day, we was actually here when you had left her void, and that's no shade. I'm saying we were. And just because, again, y'all don't get to hear all of the conversations and all of the stuff, just like Carmen is here today with this. It's a long time in the making. Many people spoken to her with this conversation. It's just happened today. There was a little, special, let me let me go back. So listen, because I don't want to. So listen, so I love the fact that there was an openness to it at the end of the day. And what I'm gonna say is I'm never here to tell nobody not to have a relationship with their daughter. And nobody has said not to have a relationship with their daughter. Now, I will say what is said and what needs to be said and what is right with the conversation. How bad your daughter has gone against you and the levels that she's taken to be against you. Against means opposition. I went over there with the people who don't like it. I'm with your ops. Stand clear. Look clear. Be careful. Be careful. Never nobody has said don't do it. Don't do it. Don't go over there. Don't do it. Be very careful. This is the type of person you've shown yourself to be, love. You got to give yourself that. That's not my onus. I don't have to own up to that. That's yours. That's your stuff. So in closing with that, what I would say, I'm happy to hear that there was a possibility of actually one day admitting something that she's done, because a lot of times I don't think I've heard it. I've heard her say she's not the perfect daughter. I heard her say that. But when it comes to her being over there, I haven't really heard her denounce that. And what I have heard is I'm on the side of right. You know what I'm saying? I've heard that. So then it implies that your mother is wrong. It implies now. It's come on now. We got to keep it real. Got to be common sense now. If
I
your
know,
side is right,
Donnell. I respect you, but I think we should just get off the subject alone. I
and
really
that's
do. You
and
know what
that's
I'm saying? We
fine,
just need to let it go.
and that's fine. So what I'm saying is that um when what I'm saying is because I was interrupted again. I'm sorry, y'all. I was interrupted again. I had to get my concentration back. What I'm saying is that um y'all crazy. What I'm saying is that listen, when you if you're saying your mother is all wrong and like I'm on the side of right is what I was saying. I'm on the side is right, so you're saying your mother is wrong or whatever. Listen, you did not even have to be a part of that. You could always think your mother is wrong privately if that's what you thought, not publicly or whatever. So, in long story short, I'm glad that she said that one day maybe she's apologized. Ashley, I'm not. I am not a person that will say if I said not if I said because that would be the wrong approach. Um, the things that I said to you that were negative that didn't have to be said that were kind of like name calling. I know I said one thing in particular. I apologize for saying those things. Again, I'm on the side of your mother over here where when we can do something, we can apologize about it. And then I've never heard some of those people over there apologize about anything. So I just want to say, listen, I apologize if I said something that, not if, I apologize that I said something that was offensive to you. But I'm also happy that because maybe because that was egregious, maybe that's what has opened this conversation. Because I'm telling you something my mother said to me. I could tell you one time, go clean up that kitchen and you ain't gonna clean it up. I can tell you another time. Did I say, hey, go clean the kitchen? You stay and clean up. And then the next time when she comes, go get your ass in and clean the kitchen. I'll tell you 1,000. We sometimes people just respond to things differently. And if that was the catalyst that had to be for you to even say that maybe one day there will be an apology or a communication, an openness, I'm glad that has presented itself to be here. So I apologize openly for saying anything that was offensive to you, but out of my frustration and out of me not out of me holding on to my feelings for so long out of respect for your mother. I apologize for that day that it may have seemed too much. I apologize. And so that's what I have to say for that. You don't have to accept my apology. I'll talk to Chef about it. And so I guess if anybody want to give anything in closing, that's all I have to say. But I did want to say that, and I think that it was productive. Because again, I did apologize, and secondly, I did acknowledge that her communication was that maybe there would be an openness to something in the future with you too.
I just want to apologize, Darnell. I get a little ahead of myself sometimes. I just don't. I just think if we leave that situation alone, it'll be beneficial more to the mending of the relationship. Chef just said she want to try to get her daughter, in the wrong thing said, cause prohibit that. And it's just like we just need to leave that alone. Let them quit milking Rico situation because they can only milk it as long as we give them the cow.
Well,
Cause baby,
Lakeisha, I had my closing. I can probably count the many times that I done talked about Chef's daughter. So I had my closing with that. In that closing, it was an apology, and I found that fitting for tonight. So whether that suited you or suited anybody else, I'm gonna get off gonna get off myself what I want to get off of me. So you didn't hear the apology before it came, but it was leading up to that. And you don't have to apologize. You know, you have your thing and I have my thing. But what I am gonna do is say what I gotta say, and and that's just it's gonna be that. I love y'all back.
I think yeah, I think it's said now, and I think um I'm sick of talking about certain things, even Ashley and I handle this in private, but I think Darnell need to he said something publicly, and I think he wanted to apologize to Ashley, and I appreciate that you apologize to her, because that's you didn't have to do that. So we don't want to dwell on it either. And sometimes people need to get stuff off their chest. So nobody ever over on the other side is have ever came and publicly apologized or tried to mend the fence or say, hey, let's stop and let's all come together. They want to keep up the rhetoric and keep the drama going. And the only way that we're going to be able to put some of these flames out is stop engaging in any of it.
Mm-hmm. So listen, that's what I had, and that's all I got. Anybody else got some? Because I don't know how long we've been on here, but I'm finna release myself.
Yeah, I'm about ready to pass out myself too.
Well, good night, you all. I love you all. And Darnell, I hope I didn't rub you the wrong way. I apologize. I just, I say what I want to say too.
You
But I
good,
just love you
Lakeisha?
all.
Let me tell you, Lakeisha, I grew up in a family. This is why we're able to be so good amongst each other. Let me tell you, I grew up in a family, and if somebody had to cuss, and the next morning, you want some side shit. You want side shit.
And that's me, boy. I
You know
tell you,
somebody.
I'm that different. I feel you. Cause baby, I come from a cussing family, and it may people look at it as ignorant, but baby, I can express myself other ways too, but I express myself best that way. I love to cuss a bitch ass. I don't give a damn, but I love you, Darnell. I love you, Chef Carmen. I love you,
Love
Miss
you too,
Pretty. I
Keisha.
love y'all whole A team. And you
Love
know
you
what I'm
too,
saying?
baby.
I'm just real passionate about this, and I know Darnell is too. We all are. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying? We all been dealing with this for a long time, and stuff get in our hearts, and we see points about people, and we know they dead ass wrong sometimes. And we got on this live tonight and talked about how we dead ass wrong and some of the stuff we do. We ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? But we don't go around trying to destroy each other every day. That's the difference between us and you.
and
That's what y'all need to understand.
every day,
Every day. We
every
don't try to
day.
destroy each other.
Goodness gracious.
It's just not worth it, and y'all need to cut that out because it's destroying you, baby. Worryation and all that stress gonna bring you ulcer, high blood pressure, baby. It's already strong in black people. Y'all
Lip,
got to
lip,
cut it out. Y'all got
lip,
to cut it out.
And
lip.
see, they ain't stopping nothing.
Wait.
They
I
ain't
had to say
stopping
something.
nothing over here, and that's what's killing them. So they wake up every day trying to create something different.
Lips getting blacker. They're supposed to be had got rejuvenated. All of the things. Lips getting blacker. You know.
And looking bad as heck, sitting up there stressing about these people. They done gained weight or they lost weight. I'm talking about do all of it. I'm sick of it.
They got
I'm sick of it.
skincare lines, and their skin ain't skinning, lips getting blacker. I mean, ain't nothing.
Eyes, bitch, it look like somebody done punched you 2 times. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, I can't see nothing visually appeasing before my eyes that's manifesting in your life. You still in that same humble little boat. I mean, girl, you talk about everybody's life. Like I said earlier in the live, you haven't even reached chef toenails, let alone the crown of her head. You ain't reached her
Right.
toenails, girl.
It look like some shit on the bottom of Tay shoe. Bitch, you look like some shit Tay done stepped on and say, oh, goddamn, look at this shit off the bottom of my
Oh,
goddamn
wait.
shoe. It won't come off. It's a piece of gum.
Gotta either throw the shoe,
It's a piece of
away.
gum. And it's you bitches.
Lakeisha done said it. You at the bottom of the shoe now, and this y'all gotta either throw the shoe away or see if somebody can come and do something with it. Get my wife, throw it in the trash. Anyway, that's it for me, y'all. I'm finna get off here for real. So, good night, Carmen. Or is everybody saying good night? Cause I'm finna go.
Good night. I love you all. Have a good night.
I love y'all too.
Good night.
Carmen, tell your people good night, love.
Good night.
My followers, my chef team, and those neighbors, all that there.
All right. Good night, guys.
Everybody going home?